Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to Trader TV Live. Another day of gains for North American stock futures. We're pointing to a solid move higher once again right across the board as far as futures are concerned. We got the latest weekly jobless claims number in the U.S., slightly worse than expected. Once again, 3.1 million versus 3 million expected people applying for jobless benefits last week in the U.S. Obviously, the big number coming tomorrow. Non-farm payrolls number due out 8:30 tomorrow morning for the month of April. We'll bring that to you in the pre-market tomorrow. Meanwhile, lots of individual names to get to this morning. Drug maker Moderna shares up sharply, 12% to the upside this morning. They got FDA approval for a phase 2 study for their COVID-19 vaccine candidate. We have rideshare company Lyft shares moving around in the pre-market. Also PayPal, Peloton, Etsy to the downside this morning. Lots of earnings to get to on the data front as well. We will have natural gas numbers. It's Thursday, so natural gas storage numbers coming up at 10:30 this morning. Exciting day awaits. We have Arun coming by to tell us all about the futures levels. He's watching this morning as well on the ES. In a couple of minutes, it's Thursday, May 7th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there we go. Look at Asian markets from the overnight session. The APAC region, mostly negative as far as overnight goes. We had the Nifty there in India leading the way to the downside for the most part, 0.8%. Australia did sell off rather sharply into the close. Oil moving to the downside early on this morning. Japan there, the only one in positive territory. Let's go over to Europe and have a look at how things are shaping up so far in the European market. These were basically flat when I sat down this morning, so a nice move higher along with U.S. futures following that weekly jobless claims number. We'll shift over to the North American board here and have a look at how things are looking. 1+% gains right across the board for the most part. All the U.S. markets looking good. TSX futures here in Toronto about 1% to the upside. Brazil's open already 1.5% to the upside. Look at crude there, 9%. Back in positive territory. Gold also starting the day higher. It's a busy one this morning, guys. We have big earnings names to get through this morning. Exciting drug news to get to as well as far as Moderna is concerned. mRNA, a name that we've looked at many times on the show before.
Yeah, mRNA, first to the testing, now they got phase 2. They're making a move to the upside. Oil, you talked about it there, massive move as well, so we'll have to watch some of those names. But I think the earnings picture is still going to be big. I think everyone's really focused here on PayPal. That was such a big move for them. But I want to drop quickly the numbers here. Top traders by market here, day trade the world. For yesterday's session, you'll see the NASDAQ, someone pulling out 15,000 in that market. New York, number 2 spot, 13,000. Germany, as usual, you see Europe in the top 5, 12,000. Helsinki, 6,500. Vienna, 6,400. Coming in number 6, TSX, Toronto, $5,300. So solid numbers across the board. It does show when you show those European sessions that there is opportunity. Some of those names intra-listed as well. So when that market closes down at 11:30, the only game to play sometimes is to jump over into the U.S. markets. But once again, it should be a fantastic day today. I'm looking forward to see what the unemployment number also is tomorrow, Brendan. We were talking about that earlier.
Big reports today, unemployment, lots of stuff happening, economic numbers, and it's great to see some of these companies. And I tweeted it out, but Neil knows, and we talked about this yesterday as well, and some of our viewers, PayPal to the moon. That was a big stock of mine. I do like Square as well. That one didn't report as well as PayPal did today, but we'll look at PayPal breaking through 142. It should be good. We have Etsy up here. That's another name today that we'll be looking at, down 5%. That's been a monster as well. But yeah, look, fun times ahead. It's Thursday, guys. May the 7th, Brendan, take it away.
All right, guys, let's jump right into things here. We have a number of names to get through. We're going to head over to the desk first off and say good morning to Valeria.
Hello everyone and welcome to Trader TV Live. I wish you a great trading day and we are here to make it even better. Guys, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more trading content. Also, we have great news for you. Our next educational video will be available for you today. Stay tuned to find out more and subscribe. Back to Brandon, I'll see you later.
Thank you, Valeria. Let's jump right into the markets here. We'll have a look at the futures to start things off. Arun joining us once again. Arun, it's an interesting morning here. We're also obviously positive once again. That number, the weekly jobless claims number out at 8:30, not much of a reaction there, even as we did get a bigger than expected filing again last week.
Yeah, I think it's gotten to the point where people are just kind of just factoring in, it's as bad as it's going to be. It's okay if it gets any worse. We'll be fine. And everyone's taking it in stride at this point, right? I mean, the market's kind of ignoring all these bad numbers. They did slightly revise those numbers up, right? Not by a whole lot, but I saw the continuing claims and also the jobless claims from last week got revised by a few thousand up. So they are making mistakes, but yet no one seems to care. So we'll just see where this ride goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to get that number out tomorrow. I wanted to ask you about the non-farm payrolls number as well. I know you typically work off of levels, more technical as far as what you're looking at in the morning. But when you get a non-farm payrolls number that's going to be probably historically bad, or that's what they are expecting, what is your approach going to be for that number tomorrow morning?
I mean, you got to be smart with your risk in front of something like that. I mean, I will keep an eye on levels, yes, but at the same time, those levels get blown up when volume becomes very, very thin at those points, right? I mean, like there's next to nothing you can really do. When a level works, if there's volume to be played with it, when in a number like that with so much importance and the Fed attached to that number, you got to be smart about it. So yeah, you should either go with less risk if you really like the trade, or you just sit out and just wait for the number, and then it either confirms the number or the level, or it breaks the level. And in that case, you just jump in as if it was a normal trade breaking a level, right?
All right, let's jump into things as far as this morning is concerned. What are we looking at on the ES here?
Yeah, we're going up pretty strong. It's been a pretty strong session since we closed yesterday. We're going parabolic not parabolic, but we have gone pretty strong without any levels really being developed. My closest line I have is 28.30, 28.35, all the way down there around 11 p.m. last night. That's the closest clean level I can see. All the volume is sitting in front of it. The big one, though, is 28.90. That's been a 3-day top now, going back to the 5th, the 6th, and now it seems that we're peaking out here around 80 to catch some action around in front of that 90 level. So 28.90 is, I think, the level to watch on the upside. 28.35 is the level that we have to the downside. But, I mean, that's so far away that there's a lot that can happen. So right now, my decision is to stay out of this until they figure out what to do with this. There might be some movement to the downside. Hopefully, I can catch a bid in front of that 28.35. If not, we'll break that 28.90 and see what we can get. I do have more than just ES levels, though. I do have the NASDAQ as well. The NASDAQ, 90.20 is the closest level that I can attach to that. Again, they're also peaking in front of 9100. So there's a lot of action, and the movement seems to be very similar. I know I said this on Tuesday as well. I mean, the markets are finally back in line with each other. They've been off about 1% from each other. Like the NASDAQ and the ES has been off by 1%. Finally, they're back in line. They're both sitting at 1.4% up right now. So it seems like the relationship has been fixed between the two. So at this point, you choose one or the other, right? You don't have to go with both because they are back in line. And crude is, I got 25.40 there. But crude seems to have broken the peak from yesterday around 10 p.m. on the 6th. So I mean, crude's level is a little bit closer. But I mean, for now, I'm just going to sit out of this ES one, see what they do with it, and we'll work with that.
Yeah, another 9% to the upside we saw there for the oil markets this morning. So the volatility continues. A couple days in a row now, we've seen these very volatile moves in the early hours of the morning when it comes to the futures. When last we spoke back on Tuesday, I believe it was, we had a big move down in the pre-market, ended up kind of consolidating around that. We had this big spike to the upside this morning that got us up above this 28.75 here on decent volume. It's worth noting down here. How much do you pay attention when the volume does come in the pre-market early on like that? How much do you pay attention to those levels?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Think about it. Like most of the traders that are trading these markets are not trading pre-market. This is either overnight hedging coming across the ocean or some sort of large movement being made when the market is thin. So if the volume is big at certain levels pre-market, that says a lot more to me than if the market was volume was bigger in open market sessions, right? When pre-market sessions are identifying a level, that is huge because there's no one else to take it. So that means they're willing to stop the market from moving past a certain price, and the amount of money that's required at that point, and then people that are willing to take those shots, it's a different kind of game, and it's more of a hedge game because it's not going to be intraday trading, and that you got to respect those levels.
Great stuff, Arun. As always, best of luck today. It's going to be an interesting one once again. We'll speak to you again next week.
Absolutely. See you, Brandon.
Great stuff. Let's jump into things here, guys. Just having a look at Lyft. Just had a nice bounce off of $30 here. So a huge move, obviously, to the upside for Lyft. So let's get into things here. Lyft reported 21.2 million active riders in the first quarter. That's up 3% year over year, even with current restrictions due to the virus outbreak. The company did report a net loss of $1.31 per share on revenue of $956 million. The expected loss, however, was 62 cents per share on revenue of $893 million. So yeah, nice look here, guys, to say the least, as far as Lyft is concerned this morning.
Yeah, we were talking about Lyft yesterday. I mean, the real story was the movement to the downside. But really, if you look at the last few sessions, we're sliding away from these prices at about 31 for a few days in a row. So we do have some levels to work with now that we're up here that I think are going to be interesting. I had 32 with big resistance if we can get there. I also have 31.15-ish as another level. I think if we pop up to there, you could find a little tiny bit of resistance, but 29.90 to 30 I think is my support. And as I look right here on the bid on level 2, there's a massive buyer right here at 30.10, 200,000 shares showing this bid before the open. That's in front of support at 30 even and support at 29.90. So I think Lyft, if it holds this one, we'll be buying in front of it. But if that breaks, I think we'll take a shot at the short. Up 15%, it's going to be hard for me to live with myself if it breaks that support and I don't short it. So yeah, I see that that buyer there. I'd like to see it break the even. 29.90, I think, is the real point at which I'm really convinced it's going to be a retracement there. So those are the levels I'm looking at for Lyft. Should be a good one today. And of course, watch Uber as well.
Yeah, I'm more, I mean, obviously I trade Uber a lot more. You guys have been watching the show here, but yeah, Lyft, you know what, it's up there. I mean, reading the report, they still lost 131 a share, expected for 62, but I guess it's the active users and guys that is rallying the stock. So yeah, up 15%. I think it's a little bit too much. I think Neil mentioned some of these support and resistance levels, so we will be looking at that. Remember, guys, we do have our short sell video coming up soon after the show, or shortly before the show ends here. 11:55 today, short selling will be out. I am long Roku right now, but we will get to that name as well.
All right, guys, let's move over to Moderna. We mentioned it briefly there at the start of the show. mRNA moving higher this morning. They got FDA approval for a phase 2 study of their COVID-19 vaccine. There's been a lot of talk about Moderna over the past month or so when it comes to this specific candidate for the COVID-19 vaccine. They also said they're still on track at this point to make a mid-summer deadline for a phase 3 trial. So mRNA going to be an interesting one today, guys.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing with these is if you watch what was happening with Gilead is just you get these massive swings, but on the day that there's the release, there usually is a good opportunity to sell it at some point. And, for me, they tend to overextend. When you get this positive news, you just made a fresh break at 56.44, which it has a chance to take out 50 cents away from that right now. So that's my first look to see if it can take out that little high. You'll see it doesn't really have to do much from here, already putting in a lower high to retrace through 56. So that's going to be my first shot on Moderna. Otherwise, you're looking to see if it can break not the high of the pre-market, but this 57.50 peak. So inside there, that dollar, not touching it. Once it breaks down, I'll try a short initially, probably off the open. Otherwise, you're looking for that break high. But I would prefer this one to fall back in just based on the experience of what I've seen Gilead do.
Yeah, 50. I mean, that's the only play to me as well, Neil. So 57, 50 there. But I just want to bring this attention. Moderna has been rallying for a while here on all of this news, obviously, and it's great that they're getting closer. Phase 2 is a fantastic thing. But this is a daily chart here. Obviously, the momentum turned somewhere around here in late February, as we know. Wow, man, $18 stock up to 56, a triple, not bad. You can see right here, I was looking off this level here, 56.40 is as high as we got last time. Let's just call it 56.50 back on April 21st. So that was a few weeks ago. We got as high as 56.50. And so I would use that as my level if you're going to go look short. We're pretty much there right now. So I think at open, we'll be bouncing around. Just hold out on your shares. If you're in right now, you got to let it settle down for the first couple minutes for sure. If you do like the long, then yeah, bust it through 57.50. I'll be going long there as well, guys.
All right, Peloton, guys, the next one here. Another one opening near all-time highs. Moderna, obviously, that is in all-time high or reach of all-time highs there. But let's go to Peloton. They reported revenue of $525 million, topping estimates of $488. The company did report a loss of 20 cents per share, expected a loss of 17 cents per share. The number, though, that is the most important, I think, the fitness subscribers were up 94%. So a nice look for Peloton. Yeah, guys, we're right there. This is all-time highs right up here.
Just quickly here, massive move. Just got absolutely flushed on GNUS. Brennan, get this to me. I'm going to guess share offering. I reversed to the short side here after getting blown out of the long. I got 97s to the short side. Let me know. It's got to be an offering. It has to be. It just moved from $1.30 down to 77 cents. I'm going to see if I can take some profit out here. Of course, I originally got hit just now on a long trade. This one just got some out there at 77 again. 73s were able to get, so you're catching 24, 25 cent wins. Remember, I just had this thing long when it broke 130, so from a massive hit to making it all back on the short, I'm going to guess, guys, probably a share offering here. You're seeing a massive move in GNUS. Now 66 we're able to get here, so huge flush. Wow, we just got a 32 cent winner on some of our shares there, taking some more out. 97 short. I should have been reversed at about $1.20 here, but took so long for me to realize what was going on, but we're able to make this money back. Crazy move here. I don't even know what we were just talking about. Sorry, Brennan.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy to call, and Neil calling that one right on the button there. 8 million shares, stock offering at 35 cents per share, Neil, on GNUS. We'll get to that one. Genius Brands, they're a children's online media branding company, part of the Cartoon Network. So, yeah, an offering there, 8 million shares looks like at 35 cents for GNUS. So, yeah, that could go quite significantly further there. We were talking about Peloton, though. Peloton was the one that we were mentioning. Earnings obviously better than expected. Fitness subscribers also up 94%. Sean, do you have that one ready?
Sure, yeah. I mean, Peloton here, look, we talked about it. This is a big play. A lot of people there not being able to go to their gyms, obviously. They're closed. I know ours is, and a lot near, I mean, I think every gym is pretty much closed. So people that are looking for that little relationship with a fitness instructor or whatever, that's exactly what Peloton does. And of course, they do it remotely. So that's a success story through and through. $46 here is as high as we've gotten. I don't know, me and Neil discussed this earlier on, and it was more exciting because of the short interest. So I do think that there's a lot of people short this name here. Peloton yesterday blows to the upside, now even accelerated more today, 1.5 million shares. The daily chart, I mean, it's, you know, you got a bottom of 18. I mean, every stock bottomed on late March here. But then you get all the way to 45, quite easily clearing its little level here of 37. We're nowhere near that now. I like Peloton for a long, and you know, if it does happen to stop you out, then you do have this 44.50, 44.25, I guess 44.25 level to get out. So I think it's like a $2 risk for possible, you know, larger than that. We may even see 50 today.
Yeah, you're talking about that break, and I think you're absolutely right. Peloton, that short interest is the story. It's going to be a difficult one, and normally this is a setup where I'd be shorting if it broke 44, but it is that short interest of 44% that's going to get me away from that personally. So good luck there, Sean. Peloton, we're going to have to trade this. I mean, it's just been such a runner, and I've been missing out on the way up the entire time. Not going to do that today.
Yeah, the other interesting part of Peloton, I think I was watching an ad for them the other day, and they actually have on their app now, there's a running app, there's you know, all kinds of different activities outside of the stationary bike now. So expanding and paying off for them. Peloton, all-time highs this morning. Let's go to Etsy, guys. They reported EPS of 10 cents per share versus 19 expected. Revenue was $228 million, slightly higher than the $220 expected. They did say they have seen a recovery quickly as far as the COVID-19 outbreak and a slowdown over the past few weeks is concerned. So we're off the lows from aftermarket yesterday here. Not a lot of volume this morning, though.
This is the disappointment for me in Etsy. Sean and I were talking about things to look at, and I wanted to be trading this, but 72,000 pre-market, it's just not a heck of a lot. I had some levels written down. I did like looking at a break of 72 to the downside. Next level would have been 70 in that case, and I wanted to be shorting this name. Obviously, that goes without saying with that 72 target area. When you hop to the higher time frame, what we're pulling out here is just sort of going back to these previous resistance points that we have sort of scattered through February, and then again, the last one I was looking at, going into last year at 72, and we broke through there with resistance a little bit while ago as well. So that's going to be a key level for me. I don't particularly want to be jumping in front of the sword on Etsy. I'd rather play the momentum. The spread's tightened up, but I don't think there's any way for me to trade this until it's made an opening range. I have some juice to go off of and a little more confidence in terms of which the direction is going to be, because I'm only playing this if I can identify a trend, given how light and how thin it looks like it's going to trade.
25th. Yeah, I mean, Etsy, that's a good one, Etsy. I saw Peloton up here waiting to see what does happen through 46. But yeah, Etsy's just, these charts don't flip too much anymore. I don't know what the heck was this yesterday, all the way up to 83, 84 before fading back down here. So big run up there when the numbers were first released, I guess, on Etsy, and then brought it all the way back down. I'm not in love with this name here. Only 74,000 shares. There's just so much more to trade today. So I think I'll hold off on Etsy today, guys.
One of the most interesting stocks, or the charts of the morning, I should say, is PayPal. They rallied to 52-week highs intraday yesterday before reporting, and then reported 66 cents per share revenue on 4.62 billion. That compared to results expected of 75 cents per share on 4.74 billion. So the revenue slightly higher, but the per share a little bit of a miss there. The company did signal a strong recovery as well when it comes to the COVID-19 outbreak, benefiting obviously, guys, from higher online sales. But yeah, this aftermarket move here, Sean, big move down, and then look where we are today.
Yeah, I don't know what that big move was all about, but we'll hit the fireworks for PayPal. PayPal here, this is when we were talking about it, and I think Neil and I made some of our picks of the year here. It was right here at 108, so I'm pretty happy with that. I stepped inside, got some shares out, but then I did dump some during this chaos here, but nice to go up to 141 on the daily chart. Yeah, it's well above all these levels, man. I mean, it was already near all-time highs before this happened, made 52-week high yesterday at 130.05, and then you come back in today, and it's like, bang, huge. Yeah, I don't know what this little move down was. It wasn't huge, but something there. Then obviously they had the conference call, and nothing but upside here on PayPal. And you're just going to see 142. I just think it's silly not to try it on a break. I do know it's way up. 10% is huge for PayPal. But look, more people are at home. And I know retail is going to be bad for the next quarter, so I understand that. But it's just people buying stuff on eBay, still using PayPal through there. Most businesses are now incorporated with some sort of a PayPal. They do have Pay Me, which you can send money, kind of like a Western Union type of style there as well. So look, I mean, crypto's huge. We see Bitcoin breaking 9,400 today, and now electronic money system PayPal making moves higher as well. So I like PayPal. I'm a big shareholder. Not big, it's not huge, but just I do like it. They're a big part of my portfolio. 142, I like this. So let's go long through 142 and see what happens. And I don't think it's like trading my book or anything. The stock is up 10%. It's a tech stock. We've been running, this whole move is based on tech, so why not give it a shot? And then you do have, I know Neil's probably going to talk maybe about a bottom 139.50, so I think there's a lot of protection here in this name today.
I actually think if you're going to look for a bottom here, I'd look closer to 138. PayPal, I think today you really have to open up your spread a little bit and just expect a little more movement than you're accustomed to. So if you were trying to catch a dip or where you thought there was going to be a definite short, you might want to give it a little bit more room. So yeah, I do see 139.50, but I also looking squarely at 138. Closer to 137, 70-ish is going to be an interesting level for me to the downside. And it's going to be a difficult one to short. I'd almost rather be involved in shorting Square today, but we'll have to see how it goes. You play the price action, so you can have a preference all you want. But if PayPal does make a retracement into those levels, I'll probably have to give it some try if it can hold that bottom.
Another interesting looking chart here this morning. Square, guys, another one reported. They reported a surprise loss of 2 cents per share versus an expected 13-cent per share profit. However, they did say they have seen, again, very steady recovery from the past few weeks and months after a dip because of the COVID-19 outbreak. So Square already rebounding here this morning, showing some relative strength, I'd say. Already above this high, it looks like, or trying to get above that high from yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Square to me is when you do go to the daily chart, basically recovering to where you just said yesterday in the afternoon, which was riding on resistance at 70. So it's already a bit of a level. You did see it on the way up, back going into late last year. That was a bit of a turnaround point. It was also a breakout point through that 70 even. So this is going to be a good one for us here. I think, I already see a little bit of action when I sort of scroll down and look at the action at that 70 even price. I think it's going to be a good one to run away from. Of course, if it breaks through, you're probably looking at breakout territory, and you might be looking to buy dips into 68 or something like that. But if we reject this right off the open, I want to give a shot selling through 69 and then see if this one can't go a little more to the downside. It's a very similar story to see what to PayPal, where you had that dip down and then retracing, but PayPal was just gapping above those afternoon prices and going to the stratosphere, whereas we're still holding resistance on Square. That's kind of why I mentioned I'd prefer to short it if I could.
Yeah, Square is a good one, breaking through 70. We'll see. It's the same theory. I am also long Square as well. So good report here, up 2.5%. I like that. On the daily chart, I know we're getting close to being open here, but on the daily chart here on Square, there was a, where is that level? 70.25, oh, right here. This is just 70.25, is this little wick down here. So if you can break through this, you also do have a high here of $70 and 10 cents, 70, let's call it 70, who cares? So $70 right here is a nice little level. I do like it. 70 here, and 70 once again. So Square looks like that'll be for the win as well today. We'll go long through 70. But the problem is you really got to watch these futures. The market's going to open up. It's relatively flat here. We're up 1.47%. Watch out for some of these market on open orders on all of these stocks. One name before we go, Brendan. I know Brendan's at the big screen here. We both, actually, I don't think Neil has it, but I have Roku here, 131.10 I'm long, so we take it twice here. It goes in the money, 70-80 cents for us both times. We don't take it, but now I'm just waiting to see if we do violate this 129.50. But otherwise, I like Roku on. They're reporting either tonight or tomorrow, but Roku should be on everybody's radar.
Yeah,
today.
they got good support at those levels. You're talking about 29.50 to 30. But we got Brendan at the big screen. One I'm watching as well, BMRA, Brendan.
Yeah, a little one, small cap world, guys. We didn't get to Twilio either, so real quick here, BMRA 28%. They got European approval for an expanded distribution of their COVID-19 test kits. So nice look for them, 30%-ish. Just watching 875 and then 880 above that. Obviously 9 even going to come into play if we get a move to the upside. Otherwise, this thing was 640 yesterday. So a nice look possibly to the downside for BMRA. Maybe we get a chance to cover Twilio, guys.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Twilio is certainly a name that we should definitely get to. It was a big time mover after market. Sorry, I was just getting some orders ready on BMRA because it's very close to that 875 level that you did mention, and I might take a shot at shorting that one. Twilio here, there we go, up 25%. This one's already come in $6 from the high. I think the strength here is that you're seeing, much like PayPal, holding above the aftermarket range. Of course, this only went straight up and held above 150. That seems like it's going to be an obvious level for support. 151.10, if you want to get a little bit more technical, was a good level when I was going through, and you just have to go right back to previous highs that we gapped through, 151.10, and so that dollar area should be significant support on Twilio if it does want to come back into that range. If you're looking to buy the dip, that's probably where you want to have it enter before you jump back in. Otherwise, if you think you can take out this 155 and then make a run to those highs, that could be a nice little buying opportunity if you don't want to buy the absolute high.
Yeah, mRNA here making a big move down, and by big move, it was just 56.60 down to 55.70. So they may take this bottom out on mRNA here. Some profit taking. Obviously, they do have that drug coming through phase 2 now, so we're going to watch out for that 53.50. I still have 57.50 on my radar, but I don't like what's happening right now with this candle. So I just wanted to review some of the orders that we have in right now. We do have Peloton looking to break the top side here. My order's going out at 46. So we'll see. Come on, my charts don't update anymore. $46 going northbound here, so that'll be a good one. Peloton, if that comes in, only a minute and a half until open now, Brendan.
Yeah, just a note here, guys, on that Moderna mRNA. Looks like there is a conference call happening right now about this FDA approval. So just be careful if you're in mRNA. They're looking at 2021 for marketing approval for this particular vaccine. So that might have been the move down there, maybe a little bit longer time frame than initially expected, guys.
And that sort of kills my opportunity. You don't want to be getting involved in trades necessarily when that's happened if you're not listening right along. So taking that short is a little bit dangerous pre-market. We got about 45 seconds to go. Valeria is going to be on the bell today. Should be a good one. We're going to find some good shorts and longs for you, but our short sale video is going to be dropping today. We'll get you that information a little bit later. With 30 seconds to go, you guys are asking about MVIS down 22, 23%. First level I'm looking at on this one is if it takes out 82, but I do like to short the pops in a situation like this once you've broken back below $1. So obviously if it gets into the 90s, I'll take a shot. I love when these return to penny stock status where they definitely came from. With a lot of names to watch today, GNUS was already crazy. Peloton going to be a mover, and of course PayPal and Square. But we got to drop this countdown. Valeria ready on the bell. Watch out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is about to open. Here we go. I'm immediately watching that lift level. There was that 200,000 buyer that we're trying to run away from. So my first look, of course, is this, just have a quick look to see if we can buy in front of it. If this is going to hold, I think we want to see if that can be the case. We talked about 30 being a level on lift as well, guys. So 30 even, that 29.90 area. We'll see if we can't buy some shares in front. It's going to be a hard stop for me, though. If it breaks that 30, I'm out. If it goes 29.90, I'm short. This is the buyer here, 20,000. Wow, immediately taken out, so not even a chance. Our stop order does not trigger there. I'm not even sure what happened to my stop.
Guys, we're monsters already here, so join the party. Roku already, guys, $1.50 winner. Bang, hit that one out of the park. That's a pre-market stunner right there for you guys. 131 and change out, 132.50, $1.50. Hello. Square, we go long 70.25, out 71. Hello as well. So a couple chicken winner dinners here going for us already early and often here. Let's see if Square can't keep going, and Roku as well, Neil.
Yeah, quick moves. They're just reversed into lift. I'm not sure what happened. I think maybe misjudged the stop, or did. We'll have to look back a little bit later, but it did break that 29.90. I am jumping into a reversal on lift to the south side. This one looks like it might be trying to run. This was the top end of the move here. 30.50. If you're shorting this, this is where you have to go. So I'm shorting in front of 30.50 now, reversal onto lift. GNUS is making a huge run to the upside. I am going to be fading this one. So as I get my orders ready to go and lift, I'm fading this in front of a buck. You almost have to take a shot on that offering, guys.
Square dropping back down, which is fine. We'll want to look at Teva here. They had a big report as well. I was looking at $12 break, but it's coming to the south side here. So Teva right now, not much to talk about, but southbound on this name. Roku fades back down, so good thing we do have that. We did take that one out for that winner. So Roku, nice little win here. We're going to give it to that 129.50 and just see what happens here. But right now, Roku bouncing around, nice little win. We're going to hold the rest. We're out of half up here. We'll see if we can't retest that level. I think we do get it, and I think we get it soon. Square now coming back again. Long Square, 70.27. We did like that, out 71. Let's ping this 71.50, hopefully for some more upside surprise on Square, guys.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're going to get absolutely burned here. We actually didn't have locates. I mean, I was short before, but it looks like we might have run out of availability on locates on GNUS, but I did holler to you guys, take that and fade that short in front of $1. I mean, I was sitting there pounding it, trying to grab these in the mid-90s, guys, but there it already worked back into the 80 range. As second I can short this in front of a buck, I'm going to just go ahead and do it. But for the time being, it's going to have to leave it with the one and done. That original 97 short that we did had on, unfortunately, we're unable to get that one that you just saw, which was a big mover. Etsy here is still holding around that 75 range, and there goes lift. We'll have to go flush ourselves down the toilet. Tried that reversal short, did not work out, but there goes the move downside. I'm watching Etsy through 72. That's going to be that key price. We touched there. I'm going to be a shorting all the way into the 74 range, but I know you guys are looking at MVIS as well, so I have to track that. Brennan, what do you have?
Opco Health, guys, OPK moving back to the upside here, just came down, tested 215, big bounce. Was kind of hoping this would get broken down here. They reported aftermarket yesterday. This is another one of those medical face mask makers here, OPK. They did report earnings that weren't all that great, even with, guys, this increased volume on the mask side. Guys.
I'm just going to tweet out this Square position because we basically don't even need to trade anymore. Square long, 70.25. Bang, bang, bang. All three outs. We got a quarter left. This is a monster. This is $1.52 in the money. Let's update our position board. Why don't we just do this right now? It's huge anyway, so who cares? 2 trades today. Why isn't it coming on? Let's push start. Okay, 2 trades today. Look at this. Roku right now, $2, $2.25 in the money Roku, $2 in the money on Square. Hello, this is what we're doing. Gave both these to you. Let's just keep this party going, guys. Let's
I'm
go.
quickly looking at GNUS. Looks like we got some availability. It's making another run at $1 here. You have the levels above $1 that you can look at. 110. This is where I got out of that original long. I didn't turn to the short till 97, but I am looking at that as going to be a resistance point. I'm going to see if we can't work into a position here, just pile in front of that 110 area. If one holds, that's fantastic. But I think as people stop out at a 1 even, there is the opportunity for 110 to hold, and you have a monster opportunity to come back into the 80 range, I do think, on that short trade, guys.
Yeah, exactly, guys. We're just monsters here. I'm just letting these roll, guys. Square and Roku, I mean, this is a monster day, a monster start for us already. Really, look at Roku, guys. 131 is our buy. We get out of half at 132.50. Now we're at 133.50. So, holler, big day already happening for us on these stocks. But Brendan, what's up, bud?
MGNX, guys, big mover from yesterday, coming back to the downside a little bit here. 24, bit of resistance here in the pre-market, was a bit of a pivot late yesterday. Breaking downside, though, for MGNX. Huge move up yesterday, guys.
MGNX certainly one to watch here. I was able to get a price of only 96, not necessarily ideal in this rollover, but you can't be too picky on GNUS. If we break 90 here, we'll start to work out of these shares. See if we can't target, anywhere from that 80-cent range. I think certainly is going to be a good trade for us. 15, 20 pennies, whatever you think is going to be worthwhile. It's going to be my best stock. I've only traded 2 names today, unfortunately. It's going to be that lift blow up, and then it's going to be blowing this out of the water on GNUS after that crazy move. It's up to 35 million shares. We're still getting some 10-cent wins here, looking for 15 to 20 to the downside. Like I said, just had to wait for those shares to roll in terms of our availability shorting them, and then we're able to take half of it out now, and let's see if it makes another run for me to be able to short that $1 to $1.10 range.
Yeah, so we missed PayPal for you guys, but we did make that call too through 142. We do not have it, but there it goes, PayPal. Obviously, we're crushing still Square and Roku. I did want to give it back to Roku here, just so you guys know, if it does break back down this 132.50 area, we'll be out, but I'm going to wait to see how much higher this one can go. But right now, Roku, Square for the win. I don't have anything else. Beyond Me was 121 if it did fade back down. Missed that trade as well. I did have 121 written down right here on this break. That would have been a nice winner, $2-3. So we'll look for some more. I want to look back at Teva, and let's check out MRNA. I mean, MRNA was a big order here that I had. It doesn't look like it's going to come through. 57.50. I'm actually going to cancel that. Actually, I'll keep it there. If it breaks through 57.50, I still do like MRNA.
Peloton here looking like it's trying to roll over. I mean, we talked about the short interest. It's going to be a difficult one to hold on and do anything but scalp short, given how big that interest is going to be. But if it takes out and holds below that 44, you almost have to give it a try. It just failed one time through 44. Sometimes the second time is a charm. Just make sure you have a stop there. I think 44.50, 45 area is a decent risk to reward. If it does want to come back in, 42 would be your next stop. So I'm going to get a stop order ready to go. See if that can't work out. 44 shorts on Peloton. Brennan, what do you got?
Another earnings name, guys. Fortinet here, FTNT, 13%. This is all-time highs for this thing, above 125 there. I think it was a huge volume spike as we make new highs on the day here. FTNT earnings obviously better than expected, guys.
I do like that Peloton short there, Neil, if it does break. Are you already short?
No, we didn't take it the first time. We'll see what happens the second. It was just a little tiny wick just a few seconds ago, and it ultimately did not get triggered into that one. But the only position I have on is GNUS short at 99. That's trading at 89. I've already taken a bunch out of that one, looking to see if it can make a move to 80. Like I said, 15 to 20 cents we're looking for. And now I'm sort of squarely looking at Peloton bouncing between 44 and 44.50. So there's a lot of hectic action on Peloton, but really it is that slide off of the open that we're working off of. I don't want to jump in front and take this one at 44.60. I'd love to be with that sort of momentum to the downside. It just has to come in first. So actually just got some more shares out there. We'll floss because you guys seem to like the floss. I just got some more shares out at 86.9 on GNUS. Going to take some out as it approaches that 82 mark. Look, GNUS is a gift that keeps on giving here. And to be honest, I think I was a little bit fortunate to get as good a price on that initial reversal, saving our morning, getting out at $1.10, which was a miracle out. And then now you're seeing the retracement in here. Second time short. Still have some shares here at $1. It's now breaking 80 cents. So we got a 20-cent win on some of these shares here. We'll see if we can't get even more than that. I mean, as I look at this, is there any good reason why we couldn't get back down to 70 cents? So I'm going to hang on to at least 20% of this and see how much we can do with this short. Again, lift I think was a bungle. It's actually not that far out of that 30 to 60 cent range. So that stop rejection or whatever happened earlier probably costing me. But if you got this short, I think you're more than good. I don't know how you got long off the bottom, but this is like a fantastic shorting opportunity off that pop. 110 was such an obvious level when you looked at the pre-market action. Just jumping in front of it seemed like the right play.
Guys, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but we'll just hit some cowbells here, as this is now a $3 winner on Square. We still have a quarter of our position left, so yeah, it's NYC bull time here, guys. NYSE coming through. Here's Square, of course, busting through $73 now. We are long $70.25 and talked about that in the pre-market. Just once again, another reason why you want to watch us. Neil had that GNUS in the pre-market. We have this one. Hello, one of my big stocks too. You guys aren't going to believe this. I had this on the IPO. Twilio, 161. Hello. This stock is blowing up today. Twilio takes out that 158 pre-market high and just keeps on going. There goes Roku. We did get some out here on that 132 break off of 131 long. We do go long again, 133.50. So let's see if this one has 134 in it. We'll see about that. But now we are back long Roku just to see here as the S&P 500 blowing upside as well. See if we get to 2,900, guys.
Yeah, we just hit that 44 test again on Peloton. So look, we'll see if the second time is a charm here. It's another test of this low. If it can break down through this 43.80 iceberg that I just saw. Sorry, tried to get you guys a level 2, but there was a bit of a buyer there at that 44 mark. So we're in the money a little bit here. I will try to scalp some on the way down. It's hard to decide how far this one is going to go when you do have the gap that we see here. And I'm going to quickly go to the 3-minute for you. This is the gap that we're working with. 42 is a level, but you can't necessarily expect there to be that much of a move. So I just took some out there for a 40-cent win. We'll see if we can hang on for more. Look, there's a chance here we could slide to 42, but remember the problem. Huge short interest here. There could be a lot of people taking shares off and taking the opportunity on any kind of a dip. So that's why I want to take profit along the way, as opposed to thinking you'll get the entire load out there for $1, $1.50, which sometimes I'll do that, just not this time with the short interest in Peloton. Brennan, what do you got?
Another earnings name, guys. Iron Mountain here. Nice look today. 16%. Didn't do a lot in the pre-market there, but was holding below 24. So give you a little bit of a move above that pre-market high all the way up to 25.25. So Iron Mountain beating right across the board with their report as well, guys.
Yeah, your boy also has Iron Mountain. We'll look at that. I don't even know what that is. Well, Peloton, guys, big short again, big win again. There's a quick little 50-cent floss off there. So hit the fireworks. We are absolutely el fuego today, guys. Just keeps on going down, upside here. This is a big move too. Square, Roku, Peloton, everything working for us, guys. Big day today. Hope you're having fun. It just keeps going, guys.
Yeah, I got that Peloton already. Did take some out. It tried to get down to that 43 mark. 43.25 we just ticked down to. So let's see if it retests that price. I will definitely be involved. Just to keep you guys tracked on what's going on in our good friend GNUS, it is still deep in the money here, is it's trying to roll over 75. If it takes out 75, that's where I'm going to start taking some shares off again. I've already done my profit taking in the 80 range. Now I'm looking to see if we can get a bigger flush through 75. We're short at $1 here, guys, one even. So anytime you can get a 75 break and maybe take some out in the 65 to 70 range, that should make your day, that should make your week if you're this style of trader. So here comes 75. I'll relieve a few shares off in front of it. We get the break, and then we'll see if we can't get the bigger move to the downside, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, if Peloton, we still did take already that, this was short, 43.64, out 43.30, so that's a 30-cent win. It does break a little bit back above, so we take some out there, 90. We'll wait to see if it gets back above 40. What is this level? 44.25 or so will be my kill spot on that one. But right now we're rocking and rolling, man. We still got the Square. That's a monster. We did take Roku again. I already took some out up top here. 134.20. We're going to see if that one can also be taken out here on Roku. But we'll wait to see. We are long this. We're long everything today. It's been a good day. Let us know if you're taking any of these trades, guys, on the chat, if there's any names we're missing. Here goes Roku right back. Yeah.
So Roku, it must be to the upside, but Peloton, it's to the downside. Just took some more shares out at that bottom, that 43.25 mark.
Yes.
I just got triggered, so we just took in a 70-cent win to go with the initial win we had. Hanging on for dear life here, and I think we're going to let this one go. We'll give it to a VWAP retracement and allow 44.50. So we're willing to risk 50 cents here on the last third of our trade. I think, to make a move down to that support level that we talked about at 42. So let's see if we can't get a couple of dollars out of this. That was our target. We're risking on the last third only 50 cents. So 4 to 1 on the last third of the trade when we were already profitable. Seems like a good idea to me. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one moving back to the downside here. Fastly, FSLY just broke this 29, was supporting the pre-market high from yesterday. Earnings name as well coming back in. Guys, also noticed JD.com moving higher. LG sales on their platform, guys.
Yeah, and guys, by the way, Peloton, we still got this. So this is just a huge winner once again, guys, for me. 43.63. This is $1 in the money right there. Check out Roku. Roku just ripping, guys. Roku, a huge stock for me today, just crushing this one. We go long again at 133.50, out 134.50. So long here, out, long here again, out. And yeah, the fun just continues to happen here for us today. Peloton as well. Big trade. You guys already saw that one. But yeah, we're going to have to look at some other names here. But we're already 3 for 3 and all very monster trades here. We're making more money today already than we were yesterday after our full show ended, guys. So let's keep going.
There goes that MVIS. We sort of did talk about this one. The second it tested a buck and turned, you wanted to grab that little short. I, of course, was busy making money on GNUS and then taking this Peloton trade as well. But I think that was definitely a shot. If you did grab that on the break back down in one, don't jump in front of the sword on those plays, guys. Allow it to come back in and sell. That's my style. Certainly here, you want to see how far it can go down. It just bounced at 90 cents. That's a higher low. So people buying the dips are probably looking at buying at that price. I don't want it to level off and then turn into a boring stock. So let's make sure that it gets back to 1 and gives you a good entry price if you want to be shorting it. MGNX, I know some of you guys are watching this. This looks like a short the pop situation. It just put in a lower low, so it could be trending to the downside here right off of the open. It's down 13% because it's SSR. That means short sale restriction. Good place to jump in front of this on the way back up in front of VWAP and then get into the short because you can't hit that bid.
Square's bouncing around here. I may get out at 73 to make a $3 clean win on this one. I'm never really sure about Square. We're already hitting some nice levels. We'll break this down into a little bit of a longer time frame when we get back from Brendan.
TTPH, guys, Tetra Pharmaceuticals, 110% here, already above that aftermarket high, 240 from yesterday. Some merger talk or chatter floating around about this one. Already halted once on the morning, but huge volume behind this. We're coming up to $3 on TTPH, guys.
29.50.
TTPH. We'll definitely add that to the list. I have to get over to Beyond Meat as I try to get short there in MGNX, and we'll see if we can't get that fill on the way back in. Beyond, look, you guys are talking about like a good long. It has to break above this 122 mark. I know 120 and 121 were key levels here, but you're seeing this move to the upside, trying to hold this pre-market leg, which is good. It gives you a support level to work off of if you want to be long the stock, but you're buying a pretty big dip here. This was a huge retracement from the pre-market, guys, so it is a lot of downside action right now on Beyond Meat. I'd love to see it trade through 122 and then make a stronger move to the upside. You can get 128, so there's lots of room to run if you want to catch this one. You don't have to jump into the trade too early. Just got triggered though into MGNX. This is the first time we're going to be shorting this one on the retrace. We want to be taking a couple of entries here in front of VWAP 220 or 2250 to 2260 is going to be the idea. We'll give it this one first shot to see if it can't retest that low. Already down 13%, but we think there's some more juice to the downside. But I'd love to also be taking profit in front of that low of the day if you can. I think that's got to be part of your structure.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm thinking about right now with this stock here, Square. We're bouncing back, and if we crush this VWAP 71.30 or so, we'll get out. We are already long, $1.70 in the money and 35 cents in the money here on Peloton. We didn't take any out at this bottom. That was a mistake, obviously, but Peloton's been destroyed. What's up, Brandon?
IO in New York, guys, 125%. Another little one that's just going crazy today. Got all the way up here to 440 almost on huge volume. They reported earnings that were better than expected. They're on the technology side of the oil and gas mining group. So IO, a big mover on huge volume, guys.
Yeah, definitely worth looking. Already in the money here, about 30-40 pennies, and actually was deeper than that on MGNX, but it just found some resistance shy of that low of day. So it actually has bounced a couple of times off of 21 now. We are short 21.76. It's a $20 stock. Certainly, it is a good return to take 40 to 60 cents on this if we can. And we never got our second entry, so I think we're going to have to park an order in front of that bid. Otherwise, we're looking to see if we can't continue the trade through that 22.30 mark, 22.50 to 60 at VWAP is going to be our out.
You know what? I decided to give Square all the way to 70.50. I mean, I'm already really big on this stock. I'm going to see if it wants to go today. We'll give it to 70.50 all the way back. So Square right now, $2 in the money. We can do our position board right here. I haven't made too many trades, 49 fills today, so it's been relatively light, but we'll pull it up for you guys right now. This is all that we have on. Peloton short, 43.63. That's 55 cents in the money. And then the Square long is a big one here. We'll hit the fireworks for that one. That's $2.50 right now in the money. I'm just waiting for other stocks to trade here. We are going to keep going though. Teva was one that I wanted to look at, doing big volume here. I was still waiting for a 12 break on this name, but it looks like we're going to use 1160 as a bottom and possibly begin to go long some Teva right now. Yeah, that's something to look at as well as we go. Uber, another name, Neil. That one's flying around. I know you traded Lyft today, but Uber, huge move. Were you short Lyft and then it got blown out? Because that would have happened on Uber as well, and now it came all the way back in. So Neil and I not beside each other. Sometimes we don't really know our positions that well, but Uber just fading around right here. I'm not super interested. I think maybe we have to look back at Lyft again.
Yeah, I got triggered out of a short and then triggered out of a long as well on Lyft, and now it's running to the upside. We did talk about some levels on Lyft earlier this morning and resistance at 32. I'll just quickly show you guys what we're looking at on the daily chart. Actually, it's probably going to be easier to show you here. You did have a breakout through this 31.10. 32 is the next level to the upside. If it rolls over, I'll give it one more shot to the short side. Sean, you did it. I should probably throw this one on too for you guys. Show you the position board very quickly. We do have a few shorts on right now. Actually looking for a long opportunity, to be honest with you guys. But I just grabbed that MGNX. We have 2205, 2250 to 60 around VWAP is going to be our out there. GNUS, we're still short at $1. It's back at that 80-cent mark. So yeah, we're deep in the money. But remember, we've already taken a bunch of profit off. And then Peloton short at 43.96. That's starting to come back. But like I said, I'm giving that last third a 50-cent stop to see if we can't get a $1.50 winner on Peloton. But right now, looking for an entry into a long position somewhere. You guys are mentioning Beyond Meat, but these shorts are still working out for me, so I'm going to stick with them. MGNX now moving to that little downside again. And this time in front of that low of the day, I do have to take some shares off if we want to dip down. It looks like it's trying to hold that 21 even.
Okay, yeah, and PayPal noticing. Again, I don't know if I have to blow my layout here or what, but my charts don't update unless I hit the enter button a few times. 145 and change here. Looking to take that out on PayPal, up 12% already near and at all-time highs, obviously, as we keep talking. So I'll take it out if it goes 145 or not. I'm not going to do anything else until then, guys. But right now, PayPal making new moves to the top side. Boeing up a nice 4% as well as I look at our screens. Peloton bouncing around. This one's 30 cents in the money. You can see what's happening right here. Very, very structured trade. I'm waiting to see if we get back down here or if we break above 44. So right now I'm pretty happy with Peloton. We're 60 cents in the money on that one and $2 in the money on Square, and looking for more, guys.
Yeah, I'm actually looking here at maybe adding to this GNUS position instead of only taking off. It's holding 85 and below VWAP. There could be an average in opportunity to the short trade here that I'm not taking advantage of. But also we have Brendan. So what do you got for us, buddy?
VUZI, another little one here popping up, guys. 18% for VUZI. They are considered the Zoom for healthcare, apparently, and reported earnings that were better than expected. So huge volume coming in, relative volume that is, for VUZI, guys.
Zoom for healthcare. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, Boozy, getting boozy with it right now is that name right there. Let's look at space, guys. Virgin Galactic, we traded that yesterday. We were long 18, so about that. We're up 2.5% right now today, looking to take out $19. This is a big stock, obviously. A lot of traders love this one, especially in the Robinhood game right now. So you may get a blowout here of 19.05. If we do that, I think your boy will test it out one more time. 19.05. As I look at different charts here, Neil and I obviously not just dealing with these charts. We have other time frames. This is just a 1 minute time frame. So I was actually, if we break it down here, I'll just show you on here. I'll break it down to a 3 minute right now. This is the kind of top that I'm looking at right here. 1894 yesterday. So we'll wait to see what happens here. Breaking back over 1905. I'll take Virgin Galactic long.
Yeah, as I just said in GNUS, looking for a short as it was consolidating. We did miss an opportunity there. Hope you guys are looking at that 82 level. Looks like it was a key one. If it breaks that 75, like I said, again, I'm not taking profit off unless it goes above VWAP and holds, or it breaks that 75. But we'll go with, I don't know, we'll catapult ourselves to infinity and beyond. Finally, MGNX looks like it wants to roll over here. So, we talk about how do you play a trend to the downside sometimes, and in this case, we're looking to be shorting these pops. But when you see it put in these sort of muted, and I know it's just a 1 minute and early on, you see these sort of higher lows get put in, holds 21, holds 21.35. You got to temper your expectations a little bit here. So when I'm sitting there in a short at an average price of 22 and I can take a 40-cent win on some of our position, we should probably go ahead and do that. That way, if it breaks a stop now, we're looking at a flat trade overall. And we still have the home run upside if it breaks 21 ultimately. Brendan, what do you have?
Name we were looking at yesterday, guys. Pinterest starting to bounce back up here. 18 held as support here on that last little test to the downside. Earnings yesterday, obviously, we traded in negative territory for most of the session, but looking a little bit relatively strong today for Pinterest, guys.
Pinterest,
relatively strong. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of relative strength and weakness that you have to be playing today. I mean, I find myself looking at the markets up 1.7% on the ES, up 1.4% on the NASDAQ, and I'm basically short everything right now. So you just sort of find what's working out for you. These just happen to be the setups. Obviously, GNUS coming out with that offering dictated that action. I was initially longing that stock and then found our way into a short. I know a few people were talking about this really early on. IZEA, it's just a penny stock here that's done 8 million shares. Made a ridiculous bottom at 44 in the pre-market before making a run to 69. I see something like that and then immediate selling off on high volume when off the open. I see the opportunity if it were to break this 55-cent mark to maybe retest those bottoms. So keep an eye out on that one. IZEA, it's on my radar now. But MGNX to the downside, that's now in the money. Oh, 75 cents. Why am I not taking some profit off on MGNX and then see if we can't hold for the bottom?
And guys, and here goes Peloton, it looks like, as well, to the downside there. We just take $1 there. It goes all the way back down. Wow, it gets at 42.20. I'm wondering if we can get all the way back here to this move, 41.50 or so. We'll see. We'll put an order there, 41.50, and see if we can't capture some of this Peloton move. We are short right now, 43.63. So that's looking like a nice little win for us as well. And Square busting to the highs as well. We still are long $70 on this name. So Square looking like it's a money-making opportunity for us today. Well, we're already in the money on that one. 65 cents in the money on Peloton as well. 42 popped. We're going to go right here. We're going to put an order right now at 41.25 or so. See if we can't capture about a $3 winner or so on Peloton, as well as our $3 winner on Square. So those are the names I have right now. Twilio busting to the upside. I did want to talk about Roku quickly. I'm waiting for 135 to break again. We hit 131. This has been a monster, man. There's a lot of chicken happening today. But 131 going long, 133.50 going long. We're taking $1 on both of these, $2 here, and then now another $1. So we'll wait to see if it breaks again. Neil, these stocks are just going nuts today.
Yeah, and you know, someone giving kudos for beyond where it would turn around. But look, it's only kudos if you get that trade there. And of course, I am involved in a few shorts that are pullback shorts, like MGNX. I'm sort of shorting these pops here. Just got 40s. We'll see if we can't take that out for a 50-cent win. And I keep giving this one to you as a short the pop situation when you're playing a trend. But yeah, Beyond Meat was the same thing in that 121, 122 range. And look, it looks on the chart here like 121 was the key level as that pre-market bottom. But like I said, you know, when you have VWAP right up here at 22, allow it to run into that price before you make any harsh actions there. So good to see that it rolled over. I'm glad that call worked out and hopefully saved you some money or made you some money there. Brendan, what do you got for us, buddy?
Healthcare equipment maker Natera, guys, having a nice day here. 18% just broke $42 there on a huge volume spike. So a nice look here. They reported aftermarket yesterday. Earnings beat expectations. Another one to the upside so far today. Let's go over to Valeria.
Thank you, Brendan. And hey, guys, more than 1,400 viewers are now with us. I believe it's our record amount of viewers. Team, correct me if I'm wrong. Guys, welcome everyone and subscribe to our channel. We are live every day from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We're also preparing a lot of great content for you. Morning watch list, branded Trader TV merch, and also our next educational video about short selling is going to be available for you today. Subscribe to this channel to catch us live, and subscribe for our educational channel to improve your trades and become better trader. Guys, we'll send you all the links on the chat. Stay tuned, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Peace.
I'm going to rewind for you guys here. We had mentioned a target. We talked about the structure of the last third of the short in Peloton. I said we're going to give it 50 cents all the way up to go against us at 44.50 with a $2 target-ish at 42 even. That's where we just got out there. So every now and then you find yourself a key level and it works out for you. I'm all done with, well, I'm not done with Peloton. We're done with that trade here. We take the initial short at 44. We're able to get some out there at 60s. We get some out there at 25, and now the rest out there at 42.14. So hope you guys are playing along. Peloton, we knew this was going to be in play, and we had to be involved in this one today, despite missing the last few days to the upside. Here it comes, sliding back in.
Yeah, in play, let's rain the money down. We're still short Peloton, so this is $1.70 now in the money. Our position, 43.63. You can catch our positions below, guys. I mean, it's really that simple. You'll be able to see what we're in. I'm only in square right now, long 70, and short Peloton here as well, and looking for more. Uber's bouncing around this $30 level. I'm really not super happy with it. And here we go. Uber.ny here, 30.40. If it takes off that top, we'll go, but I'm really surprised Uber's up 7.5% today. I know we had that big lift number come through, but yeah, really big surprise here for me that Uber's up this much. Yesterday I went long. It was my worst stock yesterday. The only loser we had yesterday was Uber, so I look to take some revenge on this one, but beyond meat though, I know Neil's talked about that a little bit. I really haven't had too much of a chance to look at it. Negative today, down 5%, which is very strange because all the tech stocks are booming today. So Uber, I mean, I consider Beyond Meat like a tech stock, believe it or not, like new technology. I know they're in the food business, but it moves like a tech stock, that's for sure. 118.40 on the bottom. Let's see about going short if it breaks that, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to go with bullseye action. So we've called this one to a T so far on MGNX, shorting every single pop to view up. Got a little more aggressive the last time, so I don't think I can continue to short this if it doesn't retest the low. You're seeing it put in higher lows here, which could be breaking this little quick trend we've had to the downside. But if I can be sitting here taking shorts at 35 into 43, which are our last price, getting out at 22 even, getting out at 21.88, getting out at 21.78, so we're catching 50 to 70 cent wins, and I'm still hanging on here 22.43. So we're in the money almost $1. If it retests the low on a $20 stock, we'll have a $1.50 or so win on a break. But this time, if it retests in, we're not going to load back up. The more times you take a trade off of a level, the less confident I think you should be with it because there's more eyeballs on it. So for me, not reloading this last time, we got aggressive and it's worked out for us, but we don't want to sit here and look a gift horse in the mouth. You take your money and run when you can. But I am hanging on to see if we can get that $1.25, $1.50 winner.
All right, yeah, gift horse in the mouth. I didn't get to hit that button.
Oh,
but,
come on, Sean.
Yeah, I'll do it next time. Gift horse. Oh, here, where is it? This is Neil's. If you're just joining us, this is one of his, what is it, trademarked things?
I don't know.
There's
maybe
the gift horse in the mouth.
I don't even know where. Actually, no, we did find out where it came from, right?
What
it was that
it?
people would, if you would check the teeth on a horse to make sure that it was healthy when you got it, so that's where it comes from. So if you got it for free, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. We looked it up after I kept saying it about.
Horse education here, yeah, good one. I don't know. I don't ever want to look a horse in the mouth. I definitely don't want to look at his backside before you get kicked in the face. But what are we ready on the big screen now with Brendan? What segment is this? Happening now. Let's get this going.
It is 10 o'clock, guys. Let's have a look at North American markets here to see how things are shaping up after the first 30 minutes. Yeah, nicely higher right across the board, top to bottom here. 1+% moves, 1.46 in fact for the S&P. The Dow 1.37, NASDAQ about the same, around that 1.5% mark right now for tech stocks. The Russell here having a really nice day, 2% to the upside for small caps so far. Here in Toronto, the TSX about 1% still. We had some of the energy names gap higher. Some of them kind of coming back a little bit, even though oil is definitely higher on the day. Down in Brazil, the BOVESPA 0.8% to the upside. Nice day for them as well. Enbridge not coming back so far, gapping higher today, guys, and just ran right from 44.10, I think was the open there, all the way up to 45.30 for Enbridge. Nice look straight to the upside. Suncor, one of those ones, kind of gapped higher with oil, coming back a little bit, sitting at 23 right now. If that breaks, might get a test of where we were yesterday. The other one I wanted to mention, if you like the little ones, Meg Energy, little small cap name, also gapping higher this morning, but already basically back to where we were yesterday. Huge volume on these, though. Energy names right across the board in play so far today, guys. Back over to you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't even look at any of the energy names. Kind of a bit of a missed opportunity, I do think, but I got to get you over to MGNX. If you guys are tracking that trade, just worth noting here. And I'm going to take, I got to take this one off, and the reason why I'm going to go ahead and probably get a little more aggressive in doing that is just simply an iceberg that I'm seeing here at 2150. It's bounced off that a few times here, so I want to tighten myself up with a stop at 22. It was going to be all the way to VWAP, but if it breaks back above 22 even and can't take out that 2150, we're going to have to throw that $25 to $50 winner out the window and stick with the 50 to 80 cent wins that we've had on this stock so far. So I just see the iceberg. If it breaks, fantastic, that's good, but there's a big buyer preventing us from retesting that low, and again, it's holding a higher bottom, and you got to watch out for that. If you anticipated a trend trade, that's a bit of a reversal of the trend if this does hold 2150 on MGNX.
Yeah, well, I'm still looking for more trades, but I'm still also just in this square. This is the high of the day right now. This is a $3 winner, so $3 winner on Square and $1.70 right now on Peloton, as it's now down near its day's low. I have a parked order right here, guys. 141.21. So if we get, 41.21. If it gets down to there, we'll take that off. The reason why is just this is the little wick down here, 41 even. So I'll take it off a little bit below it. Here we go, $2 in the money now on Peloton and $3 in the money on Square. So yeah, needless to say, we're popping some wheelies today, guys. Hopefully you joined us early. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We have some educational videos on, including what is VWAP, and then later on today, short selling will be released as well, so you guys can definitely check that out. It's been a monster day before I use inappropriate language here.
Sean, did you say short selling
today, guys?
You said short selling, right?
I think that's what it is.
We hammered the shorts today, and again, I was trying to, apologies if I was yelling and when this got this pop up in the GNUS and we got those locates, we got those shares and got involved heavily. It just broke 70 cents again, so I'm short at $1 even. I did mention trying to get some shares in front of VWAP there at 80 to load in and average up. It averages you're in the money as opposed to when it goes against you. We're going to continue to take these out. Last exit point, I think, will be in front of that low of the day, around 60. You take a 30-cent win, you're going to be happy with it. I'd be even happier if we caught that reload at 80 cents, and I hope some of you guys were able to get into that. MGNX just continues to bounce around for me here, so it's going to be a relatively sleepy trade on that name. I want to get back to that IZEA that some of you guys are watching. Having some trouble making a bigger flush, but I love the fact that it broke 55, bounced back up and couldn't take out VWAP. So it looks like there's an opportunity to build a short, give it to 60, and then see if it can roll over on this penny name. It's done 9 million in volume, most of that off the open. So might be a trade that you have to hang on to for a while, but the risk to reward looks pretty good, shorting 57 to 58, giving it to 60 cents, looking for a break of 55, and then taking some off.
Wondering about this Tesla bottom here, 777. Yeah, great trades on GNUS, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I hit the siren before, so I'm going to hit it again because here we go, guys. Square right now, big time move here, $3.50 in the money. So we're happy with that trade, obviously, as we're continuing to break new highs here on Square. Our Peloton, we're looking for something there as well. Okay, Tesla right now, .NQ, of course. Tesla coming right through here. We're going to see what Tesla has in store for itself because come on, chart. Here we go, 781. The level I was looking at was very close to here, 776 and change. So let's see what happens down here, 776. This is that magical low, 776. So we break that, we're going to go short on this name, guys. That's Tesla, short 776 if it breaks.
Yeah, definitely worth a look here. And MGNX just continues to test. And I'm just going to actually see if we can't take this one off right here, right now. It just seems like this is one of those things that's not going to go. But I have to get you guys back to Lyft for just a second. We talk about VWAP a lot, and I know you guys should be checking out. Thank you very much for the coffee, Valeria. You guys should be checking out the video where we discuss VWAP. One of the things we mention is opportunity to buy dips and bounces on retracements. And I just look at Lyft bouncing directly off of VWAP one time here. The only thing that's interesting to me, however, is the fact that it seems like we want to be holding a lower high right now. So Lyft might want to roll over, and if it does here on a lower high, I will try this retracement. The market is starting to slide back to the downside and roll over as well in both the ES and the NASDAQ, giving me an entry point. I can use the high of the day as an out. They're risking 30, 40 cents. Make some of that Lyft money back from earlier. So if it breaks 31.50, I'm initiating a short. Ready? What do you got here, Brendan?
Shift Pixie, guys, little online HR firm up 15%. They announced a big expansion coming for European and international markets. So just watching this $8 level up here, came up to $8 a couple of times and has faded off of that. But big, huge volume spike just in the last few minutes for PIXY, guys.
And yeah, the destruction continues here, guys. Check out Peloton. We just take that. I gave you that level. We called it. I mean, whether or not you guys are trading options, you're trading equities, whatever. Hopefully you're trading with us today, because check out this trade, guys. Peloton, 43.77 in, okay? Out right here, our last 25%, 41.29. I told you why. I liked it right here at that peg from yesterday after the release came out. Bang it out right there. So yeah, that is a $3, $4, $2 winner there. Wait a minute, 43.60 down to 41.20. So $250 right there. Nice little win. Square bouncing up. That's still $3 in the money. I don't even want to get out of this one. We may use it all the way back down here to VWAP, which is 72. So I think I'll put that order in. But right now, guys, the wins just keep on coming. It's a big day. I'm already up much more than I was pretty much all week. So huge day for me, and only 81 fills, guys.
Yeah, and I literally just missed another trigger on a stop. It's Lyft. It goes screaming through 31.50 there. We talked about that break just now using the high. I'm going to see if we can't start the position, and you could either take a break at 50 and then get an average price at like 45, or you can start a position on the way down at like 27, and then if it comes in, maybe get your average price that way. So I need it to come back up if I'm going to add to it. Unfortunately, having missed that stop, I don't want to get too aggressive, 20 cents away from my entry, but we are going to build this one using the high of the day here on Lyft for retracement on the short. MGNX actually is still holding that range, so we're going to hang on to that short position. And also GNUS, we're still short at $1. That one working for us. But Lyft, for the first time since that blow off the open, we're back involved here. See if we can get down and bounce off VWAP one more time. Brendan, what do you have?
Back to Fastly here. I mentioned this one earlier, guys. We did hold above this high from yesterday afternoon, which was 29.30. Back to this initial pivot from the pre-market now around this 29.30 area. Sorry, $30 even, 29.80 to $30 even. So let's see what happens for FSLY. Obviously strong, making its way back up here, guys.
And I don't know, I mean, I keep saying the same thing, but it's because we've made a lot of money, and I hope you guys have as well. But here goes Square once again. We're at that day's high here, 73.70. Just letting you guys know we are looking at 72 as an out here. So this could fade back $1.50, and we would get out of Square here at $72. Otherwise, we'll just let it keep running up. I mean, I don't see any reason why to get out of this one, especially with the market being on this move down here. Square, I mean, imagine this market comes back up here where this thing will go. But if it breaks through 72, we will get out. Again, you guys know we're already raining down that money, and the one thing that we like to say all the time, and you've seen me and Neil, I mean, this is why we get out early here on these kind of moves, because right here, guys, pigs do get slaughtered. You don't want to hold on to stock for too long. You got to get in and you got to get out and do that dance, because you know, sometimes it's worth taking some profits. Uber all the way back to the upside here. I may take this on a break of 30, what is this level? 30.40, 30.42 on the upside for Uber, guys. I think I'll go into that.
I'm still working this Lyft position. Like I said, I tried to get my price into that 45 range, but I was only able to get these two entry points here. So I have 31.33, ideally not the best entry when I'm looking at a 31.50 break, but it's already starting to work in the money for me here. So, you know, as it moves down, I'm going to take some off in front of 31. I think one of the things you'll do here is you anticipate a bit of a bounce off of VWAP. So you want to take some shares off in front of it. I'll do that here if we can get them right there at 31.07. So it should have been about a 30-cent win. It's going to end up being about 25. And then we'll see if we can get some more down at VWAP itself. If it bounces one more time, I'd like to play the long on the way up as opposed to catching the falling sword. So if it gets down to the sort of 30-80 range, I'll probably be out of my short and then looking to grab a long as it retakes 31 to the upside. It's just my particular style. If you're looking for a long off those higher lows, that's the way I like to do it. Instead of jumping in front, wait till it confirms the bounce and then get back in. It is 10:10. That means it's time for some upgrades and downgrades with Brennan.
Hey guys, yeah, upgrades and downgrades times. Few names on this board today from yesterday and the day before. I want to talk about General Motors, obviously. The first one here, 2+% to the upside today after a nice move yesterday following their earnings. National Fuels as well having a nice day. A couple of upgrades on that one. There's that Natera we were talking about. Yeah, big mover, 15+% still in positive territory. Little medical equipment maker there. Lyft had a couple of downgrades, not one but two, but still higher on the day. following the earnings report. Shopify, guys, I didn't realize it, but Shop did get above $1,000 here in Toronto on the TSX yesterday following the earnings. Here's GM, 2+% for GM, back above 22, kind of holding here. We're in this kind of range from yesterday afternoon still. If it can hold above 225, break that top, might get a move for GM, obviously big mover from yesterday's session. Here's Shopify, huge move up yesterday on the earnings. Where's 1,000? This is 1,000 today, basically the bottom end of where we are on the morning so far, 1,005 in fact, so coming back in a little bit, but Shopify negative on the session, but overall still really strong, guys. Back over to you.
Look at
A big time move to the downside. We talked about that MGNX trade. It just took out the bottom of the 21 even break that we've been waiting for. You can see triggering in here at 94 on the break. Of course, we were short in covering that one, as we did mention to you, was having a lot of trouble breaking the low. We're talking about the downtrend. I think you get aided by the market a little bit here, sliding to the downside. It's probably going to help my lift trade as well. So 31.40 short in lift. That's in the money, about 25 pennies. Looking for that 31 break on that. And then MGNX continuing its downward slide, down 18% now, looking to see if it can. It actually got down to 2011. I see a wick down there. Probably had a chance to take that one off if I was quick enough, but going to stay with the short side trade on MGNX as long as that's the trend.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get into Twilio, but one of our videos will be buying the dip. And right now, no dip available in Twilio unless you got it right off the open here, off a nice little pre-market run to 157, back down to 152. I'm waiting for a dip here. This is a 3-minute chart, so you're going to have to see what we're talking about on a 3-minute chart here. No real dip. If we get back to 164, I think that's a possibility. I love Twilio. They are in, of course, the cloud game here, and with obviously everybody working remotely, the cloud is monstrous here. So, actually, there's a 161 little dip here we could have got before. So I think we'll try to trade this again. 164, 165 on Twilio, or do we just take out this 167? I don't know. There must be a huge short interest on this name, and now it's breaking out again. 167, holy crap, on Twilio there. Big mover. And there it goes. So hopefully you guys continue to watch this name. We're just talking about 167 breaking, and now you're at 167.50. This stock just keeps on going. This stock has been a beast. Check out the daily chart here on Twilio. I think you can hold it. I mean, if you're long, there's no point in ever getting out. This goes down to $70 again, back in the anarchy there, and now you're ripping back up to 167. So Twilio, definitely for any shareholders, kaboom on that one today. I don't have it, but obviously a great name. I think it's about time we look at some Carnival Cruise and some AAL and look at some Tesla here as well on this move back up. So a lot of names in play here, guys.
Yeah, I just dug back into that lift trade. So we bounced one time. We did take it off in front of 31. We just got another entry point there. Fill at 30. Average price now at 31.40, so a little bit closer to our target zone. But you can't let it break that higher low that it put in at 31.65. So, we sit there. We take out that 25, 30 cent win. We load back in. If it breaks the top, we'll lose about that much. So it's one of those trades where you got the structure working. If it continues to put in those lower highs, I think we got a nice little trend forming. It's back to the downside. Lift up 20% on the session. So there's lots of room to fill in the gap, especially if it takes out VWAP. I want some exposure to that, but I need to make sure we've broken the uptrend, which has not really happened until you see some trading below 30.70 on lift.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I mean, so many stocks moving today, guys. The futures are up nicely, 1.3%. This is the S&P 500 futures that we're looking at right now. Tesla, okay, I'm just giving you guys this level here, 77.50. We'll try it again. Bounced here again. We're back on a 1-minute chart for you guys. This is VWAP, sorry, not simple moving average. So we'll wait to see that come back through. 77.50 on Tesla to the downside. The only position we have on is our monster $3 winner on Square. I've already talked about that to death, so we're not going to do that anymore. 782, obviously a clear break spot for Tesla as well on the long side. So 782 long, 777 short. Brendan.
LVGO, guys, market went up there and turned on a dime right at 10 o'clock, coming back in a little bit. Some sell volume on this one. LVGO, 17% still. Earnings were good, but got rejected there at above 56. It looks 56.5, all the way back to 54. Earnings decent again, but pretty heavy sell pressure coming into LVGO, guys.
Thanks a lot there, Brendan. I was just pointing out this there on Peloton, big bounce off the bottom, that 40.80 bottom that it just put in, trying to get back up to VWAP. 43 looks like the turn at this point. Certainly 43.50 is up where VWAP is. I'm going to try secondary short here. We're going to be shorting some pops here, trying to play that little trend, which it continues to fall off. Just remember, heavy short interest. This is why I waited for this one to make a really big move up before trying to jump back into the short side trade. Didn't want to be overly aggressive shorting anywhere near that little bottom. So Peloton will be revisiting this short trade. I think you can't give it too much past VWAP. I think at that point it's almost a little bit of suicidal. So let's jump back into Peloton for the first time. We're also quickly watching that GNUS, which is continuing to bounce upside. If it gets to that 80 mark, I think that's where you might want to get back into that trade if it is going to be a good one. I'm also watching MDGS, bit of a blast from the past. It's a bit slower moving today with no volume, but it's making a bit of a double bottom at 330, so watch out for that one as well. Sean, I know you've been watching PayPal. I just talked about Lyft bouncing off VWAP and trying to do it a couple of times. They actually got blown out of my short, got rejected on the second re-entry point into that short as it bounced off VWAP. Here's PayPal trying to do the same thing, looking relatively strong. So look, if it's going to hold and bounce here, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah, I like that. I like that theory for sure. I mean, I love PayPal. We've already talked about that. That's my call of the year on PayPal long 108. But okay, right here, guys, the 777. We did talk about getting short here on Tesla. Our spot is actually 777.27 right now. So we're going to see what that does against us here. We're going to wait to see. I'm hoping that we can get a 774 print on this one. Of course, as soon as I get in, the market starts to turn. So we're going to wait to see on this one. I don't know why Tesla, again, made that move on a weak market, but we're going to wait to see here. If the market falls, I think we got a big winner here on Tesla. We talked about our out 782. So hopefully that doesn't come first and the market continues to turn around maybe here. And this is what we're talking about. I love going in a big stock. You have to be with the market, right? And so the ES now bouncing back off. It keeps bouncing near this 2880 mark, which is all the way up here. We broke it and crashed. So let's see what happens here with Tesla. We're back flat. I mean, we're short at 7727. So the spread is $1 on Tesla. So you got to watch out for these levels, guys. You may miss your ins or your outs. I parked the order down here at 77420. So we'll see if that does come through. But the spread is big on this one. And anyways, that's Tesla. We got Tesla short and Square long. And we are now ready for something that Neil's been trading a hell of a lot today. Small caps. So it's small cap recap time with Mr. Brendan Wickens.
Hey guys, yeah, small cap time. Few of them giving you opportunities today. I want to start with one that we were looking at yesterday. Big mover to the upside. We mentioned MGNX here. Huge run up yesterday on solid news, coming back in a little bit this morning. We did get the gap to the downside. This thing is thinly traded and has a monster range. So just be careful, tread lightly if you're going to engage with this one. We mentioned this 24.5, 25 at the top here. This is what happens when you take too much initially and then get a little bit too big of a range to hold it through. I chased this to the downside as it broke below that 23, got stopped out of the initial short halfway back. Just had too much. $2 range, you have to play with. You got to size yourself accordingly. Took it again on the break back down through 23. That one worked out nicely, obviously, all the way down to 20 now for MGNX. Really got to size accordingly if you're going to trade those ones that are flying around. Dollars at a time. This thing's moving $3-4 at a time. The other one we mentioned, BMRA. I was talking about $9 in the pre-market. Any kind of test up here to $8.80 or $9 would have been in love with that. Never happened. Just flushed through this low at the open. Had to chase this one a little bit as well. But this low break of $8 was a great entry if you caught that to the downside. We're all the way down to 740 now. Looking like right now, in fact, that it's going to break to new day lows. The GNUS, the other one, obviously, moving around today, had the offering in the pre-market. So wrote that one off after that. Guys.
Share offerings, Neil called that one.
Speaking of, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it's just the environment, Sean. Like every single time I'm looking at one of these, gap ups, where it's been two or 3 days in a row where penny stock has made a 100%, 200% move or 50%, and then you see a drop like that. 10 out of 10, it's been a share offering, so that was, you can call it a lucky guess, and in some ways it probably was making a decision to reverse there, but you just sort of look at it and just rely on your experience. If I hadn't seen that a few times in the last few weeks, I'm probably just getting out of my long and not even considering jumping into the short trade there. But as it bounces back up, I did say first time we missed an opportunity around this little VWAP action. I think this time you're going to see me at least test it here. The issue thing is that you can't really just look at this and say, okay, it gets to 85, I'm stopping out. You just can't treat it that way. I think you got to give it a little bit more room here. So want to work this one a little closer to the vest, around 83, 84. But if it breaks 90, I think you're probably done with aggressively shorting this one. If it can level off and consolidate, you can maybe dig into another position here. But it's put on a higher low, guys. You got to watch out for that. We tried to break 70. I took some shares off there, but we still have $1 short. We can average into this one pretty successfully if we want to, which is what I'm going to do. I got Peloton short still. I got a little PayPal long. We're going to get back into some GNUS to the south side.
Yeah, I mean, we have the two trades as well on right now, and it's just it's this Tesla to the short side, 7727. We've talked about that. That's only $1 out right now. But our Square though is at all-time highs right now. Not all-time highs. What am I talking about? But we'll floss it off here as Square continues to push to, let's call it day highs here on Square, up 8.5%, touching $74. This has been a good one, man. I'm going to switch my out to probably right here, 72.75, to make sure that we capture this one. Big time winner here on Square. We can throw up our trades, and why not? I mean, I have to watch this Tesla position, so I don't want to do this for too long, but here we go, guys. Okay, Tesla right now, it's basically flat, 7727. We have that share right now flat. Square is $3.25 in the money. So those are the positions that we have. Let's see if we can't turn this around on Tesla and start going downside. My target, 774, guys.
I actually just got some shares in there on GNUS, starting that one, getting a quick little fill. So I'm just going to let you know, in front of that VWAP, we got a little bit of shares. We got 83 now as our average price. We'll take some off. It gets down to 75, get another 10% win for you guys. But right now, Brendan, at the big screen, what do you got?
A little mid-cap name, guys. MT here in the steel group, 5.5%, broke 11 here. Looks like it's going to hold as support, moving higher once again. Earnings for MT were better than expected, guys.
Thank you very much. And like I said, I'm going to take some shares off in front of 75. Didn't want to get away from Brendan's news there for a quick second, but we did get that first little reload. And we want to see if we can't scalp this one aggressively. 60 million shares worth of volume. There's lots of opportunity to slide in and out of position here. If it gets down towards that 70 mark, you'll probably see me cover almost everything. Just because you've seen a lot of support there. And if it starts to tighten up its range, you got to start thinking about smaller wins and more shares along the way as we form this little wedge action here, Sean.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you got to watch this market too, because now we're rallying back. So it's like a double-edged sword for me, because as the market continues to rally, Square just keeps going up and away. But the only problem here is my Tesla trade was just back down to in the money. We went into money about $1 there. That's obviously not what we're looking for. I targeted down here 774 and change. So if this market can fall, then I know Tesla will as well. So we're looking for a decent win here on this name if it can go back to the downside. I am debating taking off some if we get to 775 and change right here, but we're short 777. It's only ever really gone against us $2 or $3, so it's okay. We'll wait to see. I'm still looking to make 3 or 4 on the downside, so let's wait and hope that these futures can turn around and turn this Tesla trade around for us and get to the downside. But Brendan once again has another name for us.
Yeah, Tesla pretty muted so far today as far as movement goes. This is Vista Outdoors. They make recreational equipment and outdoor equipment for your patio and things of that nature, reporting as well. This was halted on the initial flush to the downside here to 695, right at that level right now. So if that breaks, might give you an opportunity. VSTO, guys.
Yes, I know some of you guys are asking about Virgin. Thank you very much for pointing out. We do watch this stock from time to time. Sean was trading it yesterday. I've traded it. I was certainly trading it last week. But today you get a nice little breakout here through 19 even.
Oh, it did it?
I'm looking.
Oh,
yeah, it did make the break. But there was one right off the open. I think this is what tricked me here. Is it triggered one time, failing at the open, and then it's just kind of like a secondary breakout that you're seeing. But it's trying to bounce back down. And if you're going to be buying some dips here, forget about VWAP in this situation. You're usually looking for that price where you had that initial top, and that was at 1905. It just turned around at 1915, so if space is a runner, I think maybe buying a dip here long in front of that 05 point seems like it makes a little bit of sense. As I say that, I'm going to go quickly over to my PayPal position just because as we bounce off here, a VWAP bounce, oddly enough, I'm going to catch a little bit of this sort of buying that other dip, catching a 70-cent win here on that dip and looking to see if you can run it to that high of day. And again, look, there's all kinds of ways to play any kind of a trend. Certainly you want the breakout here in PayPal if you could. The first dip we missed, the second dip we're able to take advantage of. So just because you missed the first trade or the second trade doesn't mean you can't catch a bit of a strong trend like a PayPal.
That Virgin Galactic one really stings because I did have that order in there and I canceled it for some stupid reason because I did have this 19 break. We talked about that. It just happens right now. Great point out by the viewers on the chat there. I just canceled this order thinking it wasn't going to go when we were down here, and obviously it did. So yeah, good look there. We did talk about it. That's why you want to join us, like Neil said there, at 9:20 or 9 o'clock when we are talking about some of these names, because that's a missed opportunity for me. I would have gone long here, probably 9:05 break. And again, just to break it down for you, that's this pre-market level here was 19. We touched 9:05 throughout the day, and then when it breaks it, it's to the moon. And the other point is too, it came back. So even if you miss the break, it does come back, touch 19 before taking off to 1950. So yeah, this stock, needless to say, to the moon, Virgin Galactic. Let's try it again at 1950 though, guys.
Yeah, speaking of longs here, Sean, we just talked about buying that pullback in PayPal. I just took the second leg out in front of the high of the day. I get a double top like this 145.09. Looks like resistance. I'll get out in front. If it breaks it, that's a breakout trade, sort of a separate trade from that buying the dip. When I buy the dip, I'm taking it out in front of resistance. I can always get back in either on that pullback to VWAP or this break right here, which should trigger. Now, 145 even wasn't the level. 145.09, so I waited for that price to go, and I'm long now again at 19. Brendan, what do you got? Here's a runner, and again,
yeah, Cloudflare, guys, another one in the cloud space, net 11.5%. This is all-time highs for this thing after earnings reported aftermarket. Yesterday looks like 28 above us could be interesting if we get up there, but a huge volume coming in, lifting this thing up towards 28 net, guys.
Wow, okay.
Bye-bye, PayPal.
We're just trying to... Oh my God.
No, sorry. Once again, we're through 145 here. This trade, when you talk about that long, you get all-time highs here. You don't have any levels to work off of, I don't think. So we're going to probably look for trail action here at some point. I don't want to give this one all the way to 144, but it doesn't seem unreasonable to be doing that. 144.50 seems like the leg for me. If it gets in the money about 60 to 80 cents, I might go with a break-even stop as we just broke 145.50 now. So we're getting another secondary move here, and again, I missed that first trade on PayPal, regrettably. But we got this the second and third juice to the upside. GNUS, you guys. I'm digging into this one. We did have that initial short, which is fantastic. We're now working another one here. My average price is 81.7, but like I said, leave yourself some room because this is one that you almost might have to have it test closer to that 90 range. So I want the ability to build a price a little closer to 85 to 86 cents. That's why I'm not going to be too aggressive early on in this move and almost wait for it to roll over a bit to add to it. Brendan, what do you have?
Just waiting on this natural gas number here. There it is, 109 billion cubic feet on the build side. They were expecting a build of 106 billion cubic feet. So a little bit bigger than expected build for natural gas inventories as well. Let's go to Valeria.
Hey guys, great news. Today we reached 13,000 of subscribers. Thank you very much. That's amazing. Stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, and stay tuned to our trading community. Also, a huge shout out to Adam and Kevin on the chat, helping you with your questions. Guys, I will pick up one question today and ask it directly to Neil, Sean, or Brendan. So mention me and write what you want me to ask. Of course, subscribe to our educational channel. Today we're going to make our video about short selling public for you. We really want to hear your feedback. How was it helpful and what you would like us make next? Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to both of our channels, and back to the traders.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much, Valeria, for that one. Just an update on Tesla. I mean, it does break there, 782. So that's that $5 hit there on Tesla. I'm going to go short again if it comes back down there, but I don't know. The market going upside here, but that's okay. Now we got a $4 winner here. So we slap our face on square. I mean, this was our first trade of the day, basically. Well, I mean, trigger's right at 9:30. So at $70.27, we're all the way up here at 74.50, up almost 10%. This may just be enough to take off right here. Square to the upside big time right now. So looking to see maybe taking this one off 74.50 where we bounced. That's going to be a nice little $4.50 winner. So I'm going to park an order right here, see if we can't get out of this one. Or do I just trail it to 73? I'm just going to trail it to 73.60 here, guys. This is the top. I'll be really happy with this $3.50 winner if we get it. So 73.70 is going to be my out on Square if it does come through, guys. So pay attention to that one if you do like, or if you're on to Square. 73.70. Just want to give you that update, guys.
Yeah, you just mentioned trails, and I need to go ahead and give my trail a move on PayPal there. It did just hit that mark. I talked about a run to 146. So our second entry here, of course, was the break of the high of day. Now I'm going to trail this one to 145 even. Well, actually, I'll go to break even because my long is at 145.19. So it's going to be a break even stop, and then we'll let this one sort of ride, see how far we can go ultimately on PayPal. And again, this is a bounce off VWAP. It's breaking out through another high here. You do have some people that probably are getting a little sheepish with their positions, and I feel like the same thing happened to anyone that's long in GNUS. You get that little run up to VWAP, and again, I'm going to short when it gets up there. I'm a shorter in this name until it proves me wrong, which hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to continuously take out some shares. I just got 81.7 as I mentioned my average price, so if we can start taking 5, 6, and maybe 10 cent winners instead of the massive trades that we had earlier. Look, we had 20 cents, 30 cents. Initially, I mean, that 97 short, we're making almost 33 pennies on the bottom there, but I don't think you can get those kind of wins, or at least expect them at this time of day. You got to temper your expectations at least a little bit as it starts to level off a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is start just working out of this one each time it bounces, anticipate a range of VWAP to this 70 bottom. That's my new play zone on GNUS. If it breaks out to the downside, great. I'll try to hang on to maybe 10-20% of my position. Otherwise, let's see what happens inside the range.
Tesla, 782. Yeah, just looking here at this Tesla level, 782 and change. Almost basically right where I got out is where I want to try to go short again, 782.50 if Tesla does come through here. I think if the market tanks, we could have that one pretty good for us. So 782.50 on a Tesla break. Other than that, the Square position is the other one that we're talking about. Thank you to everybody's support today. I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic. If you've had any of our trades, I think that you're laughing here today, besides Tesla, but Tesla wasn't too bad of a hit. But yeah, Square, Roku, Peloton. Let's check back in on Peloton here, guys. Wow, what an out that was. Again, we talk about our favorite, well, my favorite video game of all time. There it is right there, but look at this, guys. 41.20 was our out of this 43.60 short. So nice little trade there on Peloton. We do go long space. I told you we'd take it if it breaks the new high. So here we are, 1950 long. We're up to 1965 here. Let's get going to the moon. Goes Virgin Galactic, guys, here. Let's see what this does. We're long right now. It's a quick little 20 pennies, but we'll see if this has some more accelerant. Maybe we see 20 bucks. I'm going to get out some right now and then see what happens coming up. Nice little 25-cent winner, catapulting our day. Let's go.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm just kind of curious. I threw it in the chat there. Every time you put that one up there, I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy myself. Which one do you guys prefer, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? And don't be cheesy, Jay Burrell. Don't pick both. You got to have a preference. Everybody has a preference between the two. I just want to hear what you guys happen to be. GNUS, I just got some more shares out there, and I'm going to continue to work that 5-cent range. So we're going to go with that. I do have the trail on PayPal, so it's a kind of trade where I think at this point you're playing with a bit of house money here. You can allow it to roll over. It just tried to break 146 and fail, and yeah, you could have taken almost a buck win there if you wanted to get a little bit, well, I guess aggressive with your out. I chose not to. I'm going to stick with the trailing stop. We're playing with house money, like I said, so we'll allow it to go back to break even in the hopes that we can get a bigger and a more extended move. When you get these sort of trends up, bouncing off VWAP and then breaking open and range highs, I've seen these go a heck of a lot more in the afternoon, so I want to give us some juice here on this PayPal long if we can give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hold PayPal long, just like the Square one, guys. $4 winner on that. We're still waiting to get in. We did take out some of our trade there, like I said, they're at 68 or so on space. Now we're going to wait to the upside, 1975. It stops. So no surprise there. It stops at the quarter. I have another order waiting at $20 to take 50 cents, and then we'll see what happens at 20. Hopefully we get an accelerant like we are here. On Square is still a home run. I mean, this is $4.50 in the money. Shout out to Arun telling me to hold on to more of my positions. I've done that since then, and it's been a monster idea for me. Thank you for that. Up now 9+%. I'm a little bit sheepish here. I actually bought Square at 34 $435 in that crazy anarchy back then, and now to the upside, but I did sell my PayPal, some of it also as well. So Square to the upside, PayPal to the upside as well. Big trades happening today as the market just keeps on rallying. I really wish I would have gone long Tesla instead of short, but that's back in the past now. Only one loser today for me, Tesla. I have 103 fills, so it's been relatively busy, but there goes Square, there goes PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal
lift
again.
up 23% as well now, guys. Wow.
I'm going to keep adjusting my trail here on PayPal. So now that we've broken that 146 mark, we'll go back down to maybe 145.50 or so. So we go from break even to keep on trailing this one. I think if we can get 250, ultimately that'll be fantastic. We'll stop trailing and take the profit at that point. 147 test, something along those lines I think is more reasonable. We did reverse long, and MGNX just broke VWAP to the upside, so I should probably let you guys know about that. I did mention it in the chat. This was one that we're shorting all the way, but once it breaks, we go into the long. I did get 2207 long, actually 08, 2207 and change. Got some out there at 50. Looking to see if it would have retested the opening range high at 24 even. So we'll see if we can hang on for that with a stop here below VWAP at 2180. So we'll risk 30 cents to see if we can get a secondary move for about $1.50 on MGNX. Good short earlier, hopefully an even better long. Brennan, what do you got?
Another earnings name here, guys. New Skin, NUS. Nice look here. 20%. We're coming up to $33. Actually just rejected up there at $33. Really no crazy movements today, but very nicely controlled, steady kind of grind to the upside. Earnings were much better than expected, guys.
New Skin, okay. Nice little products there. We did get into our Tesla again here. Nice short right now, 782.50. It goes down again, $2.50 in the money. I don't know why I don't take these quick scalps on Tesla. I think it's because it always thinks, I always think that it's going to go a monster trade back down to here, 774, 775. But again, I keep fighting these futures, man. You got to have the market with you if you're going to trade this. And of course, we went short here at approximately 1017 on our first trade on Tesla. And where's 1017? Oh yeah, it's right here in the market. So this is our first short on Tesla. The market blows up here about 10 handles, and then we lose our $5. But now we're back into Tesla now at 782. So 782.50. It's back down to 780. I'm going to get some out here if I can. 778 and change, where this little bump is here. And then if we can, after that, hopefully we'll see what happens downside. But I'm waiting here. We'll see if we can't get out very, very soon. I'm on the bid on this name right now, Tesla, hopefully coming down and filling me. 778.71, and bang! There it is. That's a $4 winner. So we take the money back. So Tesla, thank you for coming out, but we back her now flat on it. We still have some shares on this name. Let's see if we can't capture another winner, but that's a $4 loser, and there's a $4 winner. So we're back. No negative stocks now. Still negative on Tesla, but wow, Square. Okay, hopefully your PayPal's going too, Neil. Square.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, this payment processing little system here. To the moon.
Oh, Sean.
Square, $5 winner right now.
You say to the moon. Let's pop a wheelie for MGNX. We got the $1.50 very, very quickly. That is the fastest sort of blow up through VWAP that I've seen in a long time. I got the reverse long here at like 10:35. 4 minutes later, we're out for about $1.50, actually $1.40. Check that. So big reversal win on MGNX. It was nice short. It's an even better long, like I just said. Brendan, take it away. What do you got, buddy?
One from the Residential Real Estate Investment Trust group, guys. EPR down still 2.5%. Big flush off after earnings. We were down here at 24 at the open, just about to tag 26. So a nice recovery here. Broke that day high. Got an alert there on a volume alert for EPR, guys.
All right, guys, it's fruit salad time, guys. Today's fruit salad brought to you by our wonderful catering company, including in here some blueberries. It looks like Neil's favorite kiwi, my favorite watermelon. Got some blackberries in here as well. So cheers to everybody who likes their fruit salad. $5 winner now on Square as we go, but fruit salad time to go. And Valeria, that last coffee that you got, I don't know if you guys have the same opinion as mine, but tastes pretty brutal. I'm going to get up and get another one in the very, very near future. That's not a good coffee. I don't know, Neil, if you've had it. It feels like
I'm less than halfway through it. I can't put my finger on it, to be honest with you, Sean.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you, but it does taste a little bit off. You know what also is off? My out in MGNX, and I'll tell you what the problem is here with where I targeted out. I kind of had my chart, and I was looking at the wrong area. I'm looking at that sort of opening range top. ignoring the fact that you had a pre-market pop to 25 that was also resistance. And again, if you guys had a little more juice to this, look where it turns around. The pre-market level, not the opening range level where you had these tiny little wicks, but that pre-market 25, that was a $3 move on a VWAP break. I'm taking $1.50, which looks good in a $22 stock. But MGNX, man, what an absolute ride this one's been. Short in front of VWAP break a little bit later on. I love it. Check out our VWAP video there. And we're dropping another one. We're dropping another one today, and it's going to be on short selling. But I got to show you along, guys. PayPal. I'm going to keep moving my trail here. I just went another breakthrough 145, 146.50. We're now in the money $1.50. We talked about 2 to 250 being our target. Let's see if we can't get it. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one of the airlines here, guys. Save down 13% after earnings. Obviously reported a loss. We didn't get to this one in the pre-market, but just want to point out $10 here. It's been rejected a couple of times. Back to $10 for Save. Spirit, guys.
Spirit Airlines, why not? So again, like I said, I'm going to move my trail up here. We're still long, of course, on PayPal at 145.19 on that little break. Of course, we did initially have the long off VWAP. Now we're taking a secondary breakout trade. I'm going to move my stop into this 146 range to lock in, 50 to 80 cents, depending on whatever the slippage might be.
I mean, we have one of the best graphics teams here with us. And once again, guys, alert, yeah, whoop, whoop to you guys. We are getting a request for a fruit salad button. So maybe we can think of something creative. Not that you guys don't have anything else to do. They're super busy here. Thank you so much. And including getting ready to release this new video. And there it is, Space. Coming up, hit me there at 94, buddy. Hello, there it is, another cowbell winner. This is a 50-cent winner right now on Space. We take half out. We just keep talking about it, but we took half out down here, a third out here, half of what we have left, so another third right here. Let's see, I called this $20 level. Let's go. This is a $4 winner right now on Tesla. We still have this. Our best out 778. We're waiting. We still got half of this trade. Square. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm sorry about this one. It's only a $5 winner. What can you do on this one? We still have Square, and that's still going to the moon, guys. $6 winner here on Square, so that's nice. And yeah, the fun continues, guys. Join us live every single day. Big time trades happening here. We took these all. These aren't paper trades. These are real trades, guys. So enjoy the fun while it's here. We'll continue to hit winners for you daily.
Daily, weekly, we'll be doing monthly. This. Look, when you have a passion for something, as you can obviously see, you're just lucky to be able to do it. You'll never work a day in your life if you find a job that you love. And GNUS was a bit of a good find here. I'm going to continue to work out of this position. We have that 82 short, like I mentioned, getting some shares out continuously. I just took some more at 77.5. So, like I said, we're targeting that 5 cent range, whatever it might be. And it's starting to make a bit of a higher bottom once again. This is why, as time goes on, and you see me constantly taking shares out, I would love to see it flush to 70. I would love to see it make 10, 20 cent moves like it was in the morning. But like I keep saying, it's not likely that's going to continue. You just got to play whatever the price action might be. I also mentioned that penny stock to you guys that a couple of you were watching pre-market, IZEA. It finally makes a retracement into VWAP, and I've sort of been waiting for this to happen. This one's holding a bit of a range. I said we'd short this one in front of 60. We're now building that position. If it breaks 60 cents, fair enough. I like to short these names until I'm proven wrong. But for now, let's go to Brendan and our sector watch.
Hey guys, yeah, let's check in on the S&P 500, see how things are shaping up so far. Very, very positive right across the board. You can see widespread gains. In fact, only very few decliners today. 1.4% for the overall S&P 500. Let's figure out why here. I'll flip over to this side so we can see the banks, financials really leading this rally to the upside. LNC, Met, AIG, and Prudential there. Among the leaders, all at least 8% or more. LNC 15% to the upside today. Nice day for them after earnings. CMA, CFG, and Key in the banks here among the leaders, all about 6 or more percent to the upside. Consumer discretionaries also nicely higher. We saw some of the cruise lines, some of the hotels bouncing back yesterday in the afternoon. They are all nicely higher today. Norwegian, RCL, and CCL here more than 6% right across the board. There's Harley Davidson. They reported earlier in the week, bouncing back a little bit, 6%. Marriott, MGM, and HRB to the upside. upside as well, about 3% for those. Some of the airlines in here, UAA, where'd the other one go? It was here for, looks like they've moved on. But CPRI, I wanted to mention this one, almost 8% to the upside. Capri after earnings for that one as well. We'll go over to materials on this side. I wanted to mention Mosaic there. Third or fourth day in a row for Mosaic, really having a nice week. 6% again today. CTVA and CF, 7% to the upside. One decliner there, that was an earnings name. Utilities and consumer stocks also higher. Widespread gains here, guys. Even the healthcare group, HCA, UHS, and ABC, all 3+%. DHR was an earnings name, 3.5% to the downside. Everything else, though, very, very positive. 1.4% for the overall S&P 500. Let's go back to Sean.
Guys, wow. I mean, Square is almost a $6 winner right here. Let's put our board up here and we'll just figure this out. What do we have to show you guys? And it's been, I mean, look, I don't know what else to say. I mean, today's been a monster day for us as well. I told you I was already up more money at 9:39 or whatever than I was yesterday. But okay, here we go. Tesla's a $4 winner right now. You can see that short, 782.29. Square, big win as well. That's $5.50 in the money now. So holler at your boy. Space as well. 50 cents in the money. Well, sorry, 15 cents in the money. We just took out a 50-cent winner. We're waiting to see what that does at 20. If we break even on that, we break even on that one. But yeah, guys, to the moon today. What a great day.
Absolutely, and I did get into that IZEA like we planned. We're still working out of that. GNUS actually just got another fill at 75, so a 7-cent win, a little closer to that 10% mark, so we're a little happy about that one as we continue to work that trade. But IZEA, sort of a similar story here. If you can build a position on a VWAP bounce, it did it once before, it's trying to do it again. Just don't let it go too far past that 60 mark. I think you're going to be okay with that trade, guys. One name we talked heavily about, but then haven't made a single trade in, we talked about it in the pre-market, is going to be Etsy. I'm seeing it put in some higher lows. It just made it a VWAP break of its own. It's looking like a potential breakout at about 76.50, 76.50 to 60. That could be a nice little break to the upside. It did make a move to 79 off the open, so there is room to go. Little reversal trade happening in Etsy. I wanted to be shorting it if it broke 72, never got down there, showed some support. Let's try a breakout long. 76.50 to 60 on Etsy.
I mean, guys, the futures are now falling, and this Tesla trade is just getting juicier and juicier. So my favorite stock logos, and again, I already shouted them out, but thanks for creating this one, guys. Tesla, electrifying the day today. Wow, here we go. We are short 782 here, guys. And look, this is the problem. You have a risk management system here. So you get out a little bit there. That's a $4 loser. Then we cash in $4 right now, and now we have $5 and $6 on for you right here. So nice little win on Tesla again. We're back to break even now in the money, obviously, on the stock as we go down. So a nice little trade here on Tesla. I'm not giving up this stock today. I think there's a lot more downside to go here. 773 next target here, and then below that even more. But and again, it's just, it's not strong. I mean, the market today is pretty strong. Tesla is weak. So I just kind of doing that math a little bit and taking this one to the short side. I don't mind. Maybe I'm getting a little greedy. Let's take this off. I mean, there was a few wicks back here. Let's open up a 3-minute chart quickly for you guys. And yeah, I mean, look how many times we bounced off 777. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Down here, we get some bunching up yesterday around 772, 771. Some dark prints down here, 772. So yeah, maybe 773. 774, so not a horrible target here for Tesla. I think I'll put an order around there, 774, and see if we can't capture a clean $9. But what's up, Brendan?
Dropbox, guys, going to talk about some currencies here in a few minutes, but I want to mention this one. DBX about to, or trying to, I should say, make day highs. They report aftermarket tonight, so buying this one into earnings, up 5% today, guys.
Yeah, I like Dropbox. I mean,
yeah, Dropbox certainly interesting name to be watching. I'm still going to be looking at this MVIS. I know a couple of you guys just mentioned it in the chat, making a bit of an clean upward move here, bouncing off of an 85 level. I think you can work from if you want the bounce long. It's now down 21% on the day. It was even deeper than that. So there's room for a break through 90, I do think. Some of the people that have been shorting this were probably looking at that as a bit of a stop sort of opportunity, similar to GNUS, which has not tested that 90 mark. This one, MVIS, looks like it's trying to do that. That would be a bit of a start break long for me. But if it does go and fail, you want to make sure you don't let that 85 go against you. Speaking of GNUS, we'll recover that in just a little bit. It's been the moneymaker for me today on my number one stock. But it is time for some money talks. Let's talk some currency and crypto with Brendan at the big screen.
Hey guys, yeah, it's currency time. The story today obviously going to be the US dollar weakness we're seeing. So right across the board, a lot of these going to be higher because of the USD weakness. Jobless claims number out this morning came in once again bigger than expected, 3.1 million versus about 3 million expected. As far as the weekly jobless claims number, obviously tomorrow we get the non-farm payrolls number. So yeah, a lot of these going to be higher. The euro though, standing out here, negative 0.2%. They also had some manufacturing data out this morning that was a little bit negative, so 107 there for the euro. Our Canadian dollar back to the upside, almost a full percent at 1 point, 71 and change here for the CAD. The euro pound positive, that means the pound's negative, 0.5% to the downside for the pound, so 123 for the pound. Japanese yen, Swiss franc, Australia, New Zealand, all nicely higher. No significant news on any of those, but again, just that US dollar weakness coming into play. Turkey there a little bit to the downside, 0.8%, 714. Cryptos aren't doing a heck of a lot today. We got above 9,500 for Bitcoin. So mentioned on the chart yesterday, if we go back over to here, 9,500 was a bit of a level. Needs to start holding there to take out that prior high around 9,700. So 95 looking like support now, up about 2 and change percent there, 2.5%. 206 here for Ethereum, also having a nice day, up about 0.5%. Let's go back over to Neil.
Thank you, Brennan. I'm now having a look at TTPH. This one's up 100% on the date and 31 million in shares. It actually made a fresh high, breaking out through this 3030 that it put in at the open, failed at 350, and came back in right in here to VWAP at 290. I'm looking at a 280 break to the downside. I think once that happens, you're working a position between that and 3 even. I'm not going to take it. You'd have to build a position above VWAP. I don't really like that idea. I want to see it break lower, maybe shake out a few long trades, and then start a position to the short side. It's always about who you're working against, and in this case, I still think there are going to be some longs in a stock like this that have not given up and are looking for a bigger home run. $1.39 close, so it's up over 100%. Like I said, you want to make sure there's at least a little bit of a rollover in the name before you dig in too deeply. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stop order ready to go if it breaks 280, but I'm going to leave some room because I do want to be adding to this position if it does want to work back in to that $3 range after the break has happened. So there's an idea for you over there in TTPH. I'll go back to this other name, IZEA. This is more of a look in the pre-market that some of you guys were watching. I've already built my short position at VWAP here at 57.3. If it gets below 55 even, makes a retest here of this sort of opening range low, 52, that's our 10% mark. That's where we're looking to take some profit off. I'm not going to be taking much off until that does happen. Someone's shouting at me there, T White, MVIS. Should I be looking at MVIS? Yeah, I should be looking at MVIS. I just sort of mentioned to you guys if it broke 90 cents, it was a bit of a long. I hope somebody took it. Guys, let me know if you grabbed that 90-cent long trade. I just took that IZEA, was working that TTPH there as well, and probably missed out on what was a fantastic little break. We just discussed how to work off of it. It's just giving you a decent return if you grabbed it, so congratulations to you. For me, I drew my line in the sand over an IZEA, and I'm already starting to capture the reward there. So going to take some off as it breaks 55 and then down towards that 51, 52 mark. Brennan, what do you have?
So many things to look at during earnings season, guys. This is Lamar Advertising, and another kind of outdoor advertising. Outdoor, they make those huge billboard kind of signs. 19% still, but look at how far this thing's come off the highs. 72.5 up here. We're back to $64. So watch out below. If this thing gets below this little support level, this thing was trading at $54 yesterday, guys.
Thank you at YouGoBiz there. I think we are probably the best stock trading channel on here. And
probably.
Guys, look, I just ran into Greg and he said, how the hell are you making money in this market? And the thing is, you got to stay disciplined and you got to trade the right stocks. And I think today we're doing that. And I think that's one of the biggest values to the show and to what we do here. We have Brendan giving us some of these hot names. For me today, all the big trades that I've made, guys, have been straight off the open. Square, bang, this is a $6 winner where he talked about that. We did only just take space now, but we be patient. We wait. I missed the 19. I would even be huge bigger today if I would have got this 19, but I did cancel that order. Take the 1950. That's an easy one for me as well. Look at Roku today. Just absolutely destroyed Roku. I don't know anybody that owns one, but there we go. There's the Roku button. Taken 131 off the open. Bang, destroyed it. Taken again, 133.50. I looked, and you guys may not believe me, but I think we've been on the show, YouTube here, about a month and a half. I'm negative one trading day in the last 4 weeks. One trading day negative in the last 4 weeks. So there we go to the upside. And Square keeps going, guys. That's why you want to follow us. Get these bangers. We're bringing, wow, Tesla. Okay, guys. Tesla accelerating to the downside right now. This is what we're talking about. Getting to the downside. My order is 774. Let's see if we get 774. It's going to be an $8 winner here on Tesla. Let's get going. I could take it. Do I take 750 right now, or do I wait for 8? Here we come. We're at 774, and there it is, and bang! $8 winner on Tesla. Getting excited. How does he have one losing day in 4 weeks? There's a nice little $9 winner right there. $8. I can't do math, but we can sure get those winners and bang it out for you. It's catapult. It's home run time. Let's go. Refilled my coffee, fruit salad. Let's get this going.
I'm looking at you guys right here talking about MVIS. You want to talk about buying dips, guys. You get an upward move. Now we got an upward trajectory here. Every time it dips down, it's been a good buy. Now that it's broken VWAP, I think you can safely go in front of it. It gives you a nice little stop here at about 88. We'll see if we can pick this one up around that 90 to 91 that I know you guys were able to profit off of earlier. That seems like it's going to be a good trade. One thing you guys have got to keep in mind here, and this is going to happen every now and then, when you have a winning trade like I did in PayPal, I took it out here over $1. Sorry for not pointing that one out when we got the over $1 winner. It was almost as big as our initial trade, but I did have an old stop order that triggered that I didn't want. As it came back into VWAP, I didn't want to be buying this one in the middle at 144.70, so I paid 10 cents on the spread. When you're taking 50-cent winners, $1.50 winners here, and you get a trade like that, just immediately take it off. I don't want to sit here and have it come all the way back to 143.50. I'm giving $1 back on this name like PayPal. So when you talk about risk management or having a strategy, that's how you're positive in the long haul. Don't get stubborn and think that everything's going to turn to gold when you got in by accident. So that happened to me on PayPal just a couple of seconds ago. If you did see that, taking off 10 cents from our profit is not going to do any harm. But if you just sit there in a trade you don't want and let it go $1 against you, you're giving away that hard-earned money that you've made all morning long, guys. You really don't want to be doing that. MGNX, another name that was a massive, massive winner for us. It's starting to pull back off that 25 level. I'm looking to see if it can hold 23. I mean, ideally, you get a move into VWAP here at 22.30, but it has put in some bottoms at 22.75. So if 23 holds, maybe you get a secondary push to the upside. Remember, this is a stock that was down at one point 20% on the day, now only 8%, showing a little bit of juice in this market. So if it holds this bottom, look for a retest of 25 even. Otherwise, you know me, I'll be scalping or sort of finding my way in the weeds for another short opportunity. Probably has to be below VWAP though. Brendan, what do you got?
When all this COVID stuff started, guys, we saw those food delivery service names getting all kinds of attention. This was one of them. Waiter Holdings up 24% today. They actually reported earnings that were obviously better than expected given what is going on, and provided a little bit of a corporate update as well. So positive look here. WTRH, all kinds of volume behind this move as well, guys.
Yeah, man, let's chip in. Thank you, Joji there. And yeah, what Neil's talking about there, perfect example. Look, not every day am I going to be throwing out $5, $6, $7 winners, $10 winners, things like that. You got to stay to your plan, stay patient, because you never know when these things are going to turn around on you. But again, Street Fighter time, Ryu time, guys. Look at this. This is a perfect out. I mean, how do you get any better than this? This is the low of the day here on Tesla. We get out 774.02. We talked about that one. You saw that live. Here it goes right back to 776. So here we go. I mean, just by getting out here and realizing your profit, doing a little longer term time frame analysis, you do save yourself $4 here. So there you go. Look, you're not going to get the perfect prices all the time. That would have been a great long area. But I'm going to tweet this out. If you're not following me on Twitter, maybe you should, guys. At TraderTV Sean. Same for all of us. Wow. Here we go back to the upside. Again, I'm going to hit the Ryu again and the air horn because, wow, what a trade on Tesla. We are on fire today, guys. Our Square is going to come out if it does break down below 75, talking about not letting your trades turn into losers. This one can't be a loser. This is $6 in the money, but we're going to wait to break through $75 here, and we'll get out and capture our profit. I'm chilling out right now. It's 11 o'clock. Lots of trades to happen, but I'm really happy with the net. Let's just keep it conservative.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just taking more shares out of that 82 short on GNUS, but watch out. That 121 to 122 band on Beyond Meat is coming back into play. If it breaks 122, I'd call it 70 here. That looks like breakout potential back to the upside. Beyond Meat has made a bottom. It looks like it wants to turn. But right now, we're going to go to the big screen with Valeria.
Hey guys, welcome to European Update. Well, Europe is in positive territory today, though Switzerland was a little bit down just a second ago, but it looks like it's bouncing upside by the close. Well, Britain is up 1.35%, Germany is up 1.05%, France is up 10.5%, Spain is up 0.73%, and Russia is up 0.14%. Quick news updates from Europe. United Kingdom failed its goal to test 100,000 of residents in the fourth day in a row. UK has the biggest number of coronavirus deaths after the United States. Germany announced that it's reopening all the stores and giving a green light to schools to restart summer session this year. That's all for today, and I'll keep you updated. Back to guys.
Good luck, Valeria. Thank you for that. Yeah, I hope the schools get back going here.
Yeah.
What up to my kids as well, chilling out at home, driving their mother crazy. So that's not good, but it's all good. I'm here. We'll bring home that bacon, and it looks like today, well worth it. I hate missing my kids, but I also don't like the weekend because then there's no trading. We talk about that all the time as well. But yeah, I mean, not to beat a dead horse here, but these are the kind of plays you want to hold, guys. Square on earnings. I love the area they're in, guys. Obviously, the processing payment section right now. I know retail is not going to be great for Q2 or 3 or 4 maybe even, but as we get back on Square, making big moves to the upside here, and we're just continuing to hold. It's bouncing around right now. I know Neil's PayPal came back in a little bit. I would have expected the same for Square. Not even really sure why it's not fading back in, but I guess we just got the big one here. 74.96 is that little bottom wick. We're waiting for that to break before we get out, but other than that, Squarespace, we still got you on as well. This is a nice win at 19.50. Those are my only two positions. Square long, $70.27, and Virgin Galactic long, $19.52. So big trades today. You can see everything at the bottom, how much we're taking out of this market, and how great this day has been. So I hope you're making money with us.
Yeah, and I know we just had someone mentioning in the chat that we're going to go over Twilio for a split second there after I put the position board up so you can see what I'm working with here. Just going to update it very quickly for you. I did get into that NVIS finally in front of that or around that VWAP break. So my price is 89.5 or so. It's going to show 90 sort of rounding up there. I did jump into that TTPH short at 275, so we got into that one. We still have GNUS at 82. That's down at 73. Again, like I said, I wanted to hang on to some for that move to 70, see if we can't get that past that 10% that we like to take so much. IZEA, of course, short at 57.5. I want that to break 55 and go down to 52. You guys were asking about Twilio. Big movement, up 35% right now, but pulled off the 170 mark almost to the dot. Actually, 169.69 is the high. If that is funny for you, then you guys can have a quick laugh. But it's making a lower high here at about 168, and I'm getting a consolidation range of about $2 here. VWAP down about $5 lower. I think it's going to be worthwhile to jump into something, give it to that 168. Maybe you make 2 or 3 to risk 1. So I like that on Twilio. Let's jump to Brendan. What do you have?
Briggs & Stratton here, 3.5% to the downside, guys. We've been at $2 once before this morning, rejected pretty hard. Back to $2 here. Was support yesterday. They reported big gap down, but interesting level here for BGG in New York, guys.
GG, good one, guys. And if you don't have the scoreboard up there, you can see, and this is the stocks I've traded today. You just got to show my screen, this screen, guys. I don't know how to put it on the board here. This is what we've done so far today. I know you see it on the bottom. Penny per share, P&L per share here. Peloton, $5. Roku, $4. Tesla, $4. Square, we're still in it, so this number is going to jump. And then Space right there, 84 cents. So yeah, it's been a swish today. Like I just mentioned, adding to it, guys. one negative day in 4 weeks trading for you guys here on the show. So that's the money sign right there, and that's what we're doing for you guys as we continue to go. I missed space breaking $20 here. I guess I went to go refill the coffee, but ho-hum, we still got a third of this one on. We'll see what happens if it does break. We'll get out if it breaks down below here, 1930 or so. But space is going to be a winner. You saw the board, no losers today. The only thing I did miss, again, was, and I think this was a little bit bad when I did miss it, was this Uber breaking 30.40. It only goes to 30.80, but that is a level that I talked about with you guys. I put the order in, had to cancel it, but there it is, $30.40. I do like that. I'm wondering about the short now, as the market maybe has lost a little bit of steam. I don't know. We're going to check out Uber, but Uber's also trading with Lyft. So space 40-cent winner right now, in Square $5. That's all I got on.
And you guys are asking about Beyond Meat. I did mention to you this level right here, 122.70. So when we talked about getting to that 121, 122 band, yes, you are now looking for an opportunity to jump into the long trade, but either on a pullback into VWAP or a breakout through that price, not just the random even dollar lumber. If you have a level, you want to make sure you play off of it. That's what we're going to do here with Beyond. I do like the opportunity to buy the pullback to 121, but otherwise it's a breakout through 121.70, sorry, 122.70. That's going to be the price where my stop is. Otherwise, waiting on the bid here at 121 makes a heck of a lot more sense to me. Brendan, what do you have?
Another one here, GenMab, GMAB. It was Guggenheim, SunTrust, and Jefferies all giving this one a thumbs up today. Price target increases across the board. Volume coming in here in the last few minutes, though, just took this thing from 26.20 up to about 26.80 in a hurry. So GMAB, 4.8% today, guys.
Okay. What was the symbol there?
GMAB.
GMAB. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Maybe in the NASDAQ. Yeah, there it is, $26. Okay, 600,000 shares, not bad. Little gap runner here today, up 4.5%. Hopefully you guys, I don't know, I mean, this is the first time we talked about it, but 26.50 there. Great little break. And this is why you got to break down other days, right? 26.50 right here. Now to the upside, 5+% here going. And to the moon, it looks like here for GMAB, whatever that is. But thanks for that, Brendan.
Yeah, and working that TTPH position. So I mentioned once it dips below that 280 mark, you initiate, then you're trying to build something around VWAP to 3 even. If this one rolls over, it's kind of clear to see. It's trying to put in those higher highs. It dips back in. If it breaks and heads lower, you've got about a $2.10 target. So if you can get your average price, I'd like to around that 285 to 290 mark. You might be risking about a 15 to 20 cents, but with the upside to make certainly 4 or 5 times that, depending on your risk preference. So that's one trade there. TTPH, sort of a similar story to some of the other pullbacks that we've had, like that IZEA. But I want to make sure we go back to that Twilio, which we've initiated to the short side here for the first time. If it breaks out of this band to the upside, I'm out of this trade. If it breaks 168, bye-bye. We got 166 short. Want to add one time at 67. You risk to 68, not to the high of the day, in my opinion. If it breaks the high, it's probably a reverse long, similar to what Beyond Meat did yesterday. And I know you guys saw in the afternoon when the 120 break happened, it was gigantic, of course. So if you're playing that type of a short, you got to stick to your stop. There is no playing around and getting cute. If it breaks, you're out. End of story.
Just so you guys know, Valeria hitting it up for you. There's the pigs get slaughtered there. Apparently there was a request on that one, and I think it's a good talk right now because this is Tesla, guys. You know, you could wait for this thing to fall on it, but when you're there sitting in an $8 winner and the range is kind of not even really $8 here in the last little while. Again, this is a 3-minute chart. I mean, check out how this looks on a 1 minute here. If you guys look at this beautiful move here. This is why you go back a few different time frames and have a quick look at what's happening. This is where you get out. You can be, like I said, let's hit it again for you guys. You could be a little hog there and wait for this very down level, but you take your winner and now you're back all the way up here. That's a beautiful out on Tesla. This is my lowest stock of the day as far as money wise, because we did take this initial hit, but then we go here, bang, bang. This is a 782.45 short. We're getting right up to that spot now. And look, this is why we get out scalp central here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fills on Tesla, and big time winner here, obviously, needless to say on this name. But Brendan, give us something else.
Yet another earnings name, guys. We didn't get to this one this morning, but Grubhub reported, obviously not good, down. It's been down more than 10%. So SSR, $48 was obvious level here from aftermarket yesterday in the morning. A huge move down to $44, trying to get back to 46 right now for Grubhub, guys.
Thanks a lot, Brendan. There were two ways I was going to get into this Beyond Meat. One was going to be it broke that 122.70 mark. The other one was going to be it pulled back into VWAP. It just did that, so we triggered in. I like to give it some room here. We talked about that 120, those even dollar areas, so we'll give this to 120 even, building this one here at 120, 125. I do think it's going to be an opportunity to scalp it in front of that high because you can always re-enter the break. So my structure here is I want to get out in front of 122.70 in case it plays this little tight band, and then we'll take the breakout trade, so which I tend to like a little bit more. 122.70 would signal a much stronger move for me and Beyond Meat, and that's where you might get that push to like 125, 127, that target area to the upside. So once again, we got a long position finally to add to our list of shorts. We have 4 shorts and 1 long. We can go quickly and update the position board so you guys can see what we do have on. I just mentioned, of course, Beyond Meat, 120, 125, basically flat right now. GNUS still short at 82, that's in the money. We also have IZEA in the money, short at 57.4. Just got reversed into the long on TTPH. So when you have these sort of short in front of breakout territory trades, you want to make sure you expose yourself to the upside, and TTPH looks like it's going to be that direction for me. We tried to play this little band here, shorting in case it broke down. It goes the other way. So now you're playing for the test of the high in front of VWAP. You sort of flip the script and go into the long trade. I got 08s on that break of 3 even, slipped a little bit here. We'll see if we can improve our average price, but if it just goes, fair enough. We'll take the board off for you guys.
Yeah, good analysis there, and a couple good trades there. Check the scoreboard below, guys. You can see what Neil and I are doing and what kind of money we're making on some of these names today. It's been a good one. I see some questions about shorting Tesla on a reload. I'm going to find that reloaded thing. Anybody know what movie that's from? You may or may not win one of these Trader TV. Can we go to the side shot here? Trader TV mugs here. Hopefully you'll get a new one when we send it. Merch about to be on sale, guys. So shout out to that. You can grab some Trader TV mugs, maybe some cool mugs with Neil's face on it, whatever you want. But I'm not going to reload on Tesla, not yet. It's just not, I mean, there it is. Great call there by Sanjeev, I believe it was, on the chat, reloading maybe at this VWAP of 783. I don't love it here. It's too jumbled up. I just feel like if I reload and I'm wrong, it's going to be like a $7 or $8 hit. I got to hold it all the way up here. I don't really like that. Not right now. Not at 11, 12. So no, I'm not going to reload Tesla. Looking at my other screens here again, we have different things going on over here. So looking at these other screens, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Good camera shot. Daily charts, 12 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. The futures, a little quote board here. I got oil right here, and then this is the screen that you guys are seeing. A few chats here, the YouTube chat as well. So shout out to anybody on YouTube chat. Obviously, you guys are there. So thanks for all the questions, but I would wait for 780 almost a break down here. I'd like to see us get through this little move upside. I'm still thinking Tesla's weak. I just don't want to be wrong and see this thing blow up in our face. So let's wait to see on Tesla, guys. I'm going to wait till it breaks back down below 780 before we re-engage in any kind of a short.
Yeah, for those of you, see someone asking that, I think it's Russell there. If you did miss what we were talking about on Beyond Meat with the stop, we're going to give it through this VWAP into 120. Like, you want to make sure it's definitively through that price. Ideally, like I said, I much prefer the breakout through 122.70 to this dip buy. But look, the dip buy fits the parameters, so we'll give it $1 worth of risk here because I think you can make 2 resistance, $1.50 to 2, and then catch the breakout on top of that. So that's where my stop is. I hope that answers your question. Over there on Beyond Meat. The other position that we do have on that I did mention, of course, is that Twilio. That's still right about break even, so it hasn't slid yet. The market's kind of sleepy right now, so it's one of those things where you have a longer time frame than you might be accustomed to on trades like this, where they might not go in 2 seconds or so. You have to wait these ones out when you start trading at 11, 11:14, which it is right now. So you got to be a little bit more patient, I think, at this time of day, not overreact to some of the price action that you're watching. Speaking of price action, BMRA was a bit of a miss here, and I think this is one of those things that we have to, it's going to happen to us from time to time. It was a massive, massive mover. Brendan was all over this, I know, in the pre-market, so it wasn't a total miss. But that $8 level was a fantastic break, and it looks like it's still trending to the downside. I'm looking for it to have hopefully made a bottom here at 730. It's now trying to hold this band. 770, 75 maybe looks like a break possibly to the upside. So let's watch BMRA finally to the upside here.
Yeah, BMRA, good little look there. And our square just keeps on going, guys. The trade that doesn't stop giving is now It's $5.90 now in the money as we're up to $76. Look at this position, guys. $70.20. We are still, your boy is still long square right here. This is a $6 winner, so we're still going upside. We did cash out 25%, 50%, 75%. These are $2 winners. We hold the last 25 for a monster right now. We're going to regroup and debate. I'm going to go over to my other charts here and see where we can maybe get out of this one if it does fade back down. It still looks like 75 is a good level. I don't need a chart for that. You can see here on a 1 minute, 75. We break down below 75. We'll take a $4.50 winner if we have to, but sorry about that one. And space also now breaking through to 20, so that's a big win no matter what you look at here. That's 50 cents on a $19 name. What up, Bren?
A little apparel company here, guys. Contour Brands, KTB in New York, down still on the day, but just broke out of this channel it's been in all morning long. Really tight little channel, back up to 1820, just popped out of that. So we'll see what happens for KTB, apparel maker. Obviously not a great market to be in, but yeah, negative after earnings, guys.
Pretty horrible market.
Speaking of another one that we missed here, Brendan, Teva, 11% mover, definitely a big mover. Noticing a downward trend here. I'm thinking of shorting some pops on Teva. It's held very well at 12 even and now below VWAP. So looking for shorts in the 11.75 range, but I believe we have a question at the board with Valeria.
Thank you, Neil. And hey guys, I hope your trading day is going great. Well, we created a new educational channel to help you improve your trades. Our first video about what VWAP is already available on the channel, and today we will post next video, what is short selling and how to short sell. Well guys, we'll be posting videos constantly. If you want to know best strategies for beginners, how to buy deep and what support and resistance is, subscribe to our educational channel and stay tuned. Also subscribe to this live channel. It's definitely very helpful to trade with us because Neil and Sean have more than 30 years of combined experience in day trading. They definitely those people who you want to ask questions. And here's the question. Our viewer Robert is saying, market is volatile right now because of COVID, and it seems you guys play a lot of shorts. How does your game change with the market under normal conditions? Neil, Sean?
You might just see different setups. I mean, one thing that's happening during COVID is one of those, you get these pharma stocks that are gapping up on every single day, and there tend to be just more of these setups to be able to play the consolidation, retracement, and gap fills because there's more volatility. As that happens, you can just change your expectations. Instead of 50% moves or 100% moves, maybe that's 10 or 20, but the structure is the same. If the volatility is lower, you just take more shares for a smaller move as opposed to a game where you can think you're getting these massive swings on some of these stocks. So yeah, you do adjust a little bit, but that has more to do with the amount of risk that you put on in the trade and just adjusting your expectations accordingly. So it doesn't change a ton, but there are some adjustments you do have to do when volatility drops down.
Yeah, you do. Like maybe not have $6 winners on board. Oh, look at Space, guys. Space now ripping up. This is another 55-cent winner. I don't have any losers on today, guys, for you, and it's been a big one. Knock on wood, but the day's 11:18 now. That's why we're taking more and more questions for you. You can check out our scoreboard below. And for me, guys, I called PayPal 141, 142 in the open square as well. I love earnings season. COVID, who cares? It's more about earnings season for me. None of these stocks are moving due to COVID. These are all earnings plays today for me. I didn't even trade MRNA. I will have to look at that one. As right now, guys, I mean, look, this is a simple play. Square, boom, you take it right here. Now you're onto the upside, $6 winner right now as we break above 76.50. I may just put my order now at 76 and call this a day. You know what, let's go this top side. 75.50 will get out there. That'll lock in a $5.25 winner on Square. But Brendan, I'm not sure how your day's going trading, but over here, it's another banger.
Just unlimited opportunities today. It really doesn't matter what you look like. Here's look at, I should say. D-Dog, here's another one. Datadog, a little IT tech firm, 4.5%. They actually report next week, but nice look here, 4.5% to the upside. No real other significant news on this one, but very strong as well, guys.
Thanks a lot there, Brendan. And this time of day, not a bad idea to look at, if you missed this in the morning, we're trading with Day Trade the World, usually a full floor behind us. Obviously, during these times, we have a few guys remote trading. Adam is an example of that. Same with Kevin. They're on the board answering some of your questions too. But it was a good day in Day Trade the World. The top traders by market, something we like to look at. In the NASDAQ, someone pulling out 15,000 from there, leading the way. New York number 2, as a lot of this action is in the U.S. markets, 13,000. But still, Germany coming in number 3 at 12,000, and Helsinki and Vienna 6,400 a piece. You see TSX rounding it out there at 5,300. Look, it just goes to show we trade over 60 markets at Day Trade the World, and there's profits to be had in all of them. Even if you're not looking at European markets, certainly you want to expand your horizons as a trader, and sometimes that means dipping into something new. We don't always trade them live on the show. You might see us trade in Toronto at times in the cannabis space, but other than that, it's mostly New York for us and NASDAQ, a little bit of Amex as well, Sean.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, and whatever is happening, money is green, and if you're following me today, you have too much money, and maybe you give back some of those checks from the government here, because today is a cash register. I actually feel like Trump or Trudeau here just giving away money. I hope you guys enjoy the show today. It's been absolutely fantastic. We put a lot of time and effort into it. This is a free stream, so make sure that you guys smash that like button, hit subscribe, like Valeria's been mentioning. We only have 300 or so likes today, I think, wasn't it? What's our record? 480, something like that. Let's see if we can't have a record for our likes today. We are going to get out of this one square, breaking through 75.50. Like I just mentioned, here it comes. Our order will execute right away, and there it is, guys. That's a $4.50 winner. We reign in the money. Tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your friends. Join the show here, guys. You want the big winners. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what we can do, but I don't think we'll have any $5 or $6 winners anymore. We can check out Tesla, though. That one may move for us here as the market's starting to move back down. Shout out to anybody that reloaded that short. Good on ya. Wow. I talked about why I didn't really. We just got 40 likes right there. Bang! Slapshot it out. Thank you so much to the nation for liking there. Good one, guys. I guess they listen after all. What's up, Brendan?
Another one here, guys. ANGI looking a little bit weak. This is an earnings name. They did actually beat on earnings, still 12.5%. But like the way this chart looks, big directional move off the open. We have a tight little consolidation forming here at 850. If this lets go, I mean, we were trading at 720, 730 yesterday, guys.
So we just got our full load on there in TWLO. Twilio, 166.50 is our price. We talked about that band that we're working from.
Really?
You got to be consistent with this one here. We just dropped in the money about $1. Again, this is a VWAP or trace play. We'll see if we can take $1.25, $1.50 on the first half, take about 2-3 on the second. We've seen this setup before, but you want to make sure you take profit on the way down. You don't want to get too greedy when you're sort of technically trading counter trend, and that's what's going to be happening here in Twilio. But I love this setup. It's worked for me in the past. We're dipping back into it again. Now in the money, that full dollar mark, we're looking for just a little bit more at that 165 mark, and then we'll start taking profits away from that one. Beyond Meat, again, is just 120 to 121 band. Like I said, I like that breakout a little bit better than what we're sitting in right now. The future's looking very, very sleepy. We need some crazier action in some of these names here, and that could, I'm not saying it will be, but that could be in this Twilio that we're trading right now. I also mentioned to you guys Teva on the break. No. It's about to take out the low at 1150, so Teva is up 10%, but right now about to take out the opening range bottom. That's a break trade for us to short side.
Guys, falling money, you guys must be liking, this is scary. I don't know, but maybe don't hit the like for that, but thank you so much. You guys must like what we're doing on here. I asked for likes and get like 150 there in about 2 minutes, so thank you so much. We're glad you're liking the show here, and like I keep saying, just try to trade. You don't have to take all the trades with us. It's not about that. It's about the ideas, right? And I mean, like I said, I'm not going to try to change anything. I've had one negative day in 4 weeks of trading. That's trading every single day, although I was off Monday on a family issue, but every single day for 4 straight weeks, one red day, and it's been a volatile market, so really super happy with that. So yes, do that. We'll give another wink here to everybody. Thank you so much for your continued support on the show. Let us know if there's any sort of graphics you want. Let us know what kind of merch you want. We're going to be selling merch very soon. Got to make some money somehow here other than trading, guys. But thank you. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. We are back, and we are back tomorrow, Friday. But right now, it's one of our favorite segments. It's In Focus with Miss V. Take it.
Hey guys, welcome to In Focus, quick news updates in case you've missed. Full-time restaurants in Texas and Georgia reopened just half of its locations after both states lifted stay-at-home restrictions. According to the data, 66% of New York hospitalizations are from people who are staying at home. Andrew Cuomo said that these statistics are shocking. World Health Organization warning global leaders that about easing stay-at-home restrictions, saying that second wave of lockdown can come back very quick. Gap plans to reopen 800 of its locations by the end of May, with measures to help its customers and staff healthy. Norwegian Cruise Line raised $2 billion in stocks and debt after company warned that it might need bankruptcy protection. That's all for today, and stay in focus. Back to guys.
I know, Matt, you want a private feed there. Now we're going to be live. I'm just kidding. We don't have any plans to charge anything for this stream. So you guys that are there, unfortunately, you're not going to have a private group now. But hey, drop me a line. Maybe we could do some private training and whatnot on the side. There's more to come here, guys, as we happen. The show's relatively brand new. We've been doing the show for a while, just to our internal offices here at Day Trade the World. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a broker or an office. Day Trade the World can hook you up. We trade over 63 live markets, and I've been here since 2002. So
here goes the slide, guys. There's the move in Twilio. We sort of engineered this trade. We just slid off. Our last ad was at 166. We took some off there. I told you about that $1 to $1.50 mark, $1.25 on the first little bit. Looking for that VWAP pullback once it entered that channel. You know, I'm looking to make about $2.50, $3 on the second half of this trade. It's in the money now, about $2.20. So if we get pushed down to that 164, we'll hit our target. Hope you guys are following along to that one. Teva breaks that 150. I'm going to keep adding around this 1150 mark to see if we can work into that short. So that should work out for us. Beyond Meat's still in that channel, but we have a monster short on. If the long doesn't work, I don't mind the hedge in a sleepy market. Right now, Twilio definitely the good trade for us. But one last one. I know a lot of you guys have been trading US. I am still in that one to the short side. It is still working for me, but you can see how sleepy it's gotten. That's why I said trade more shares at this time of day and take smaller moves. There's no way around it. It's the only way you can continue to play. After what you saw was gigantic, you're not getting 30% returns like we had off that first flush. It's just not going to happen at this time of day. You're taking those smaller moves, or you got to go away from that. Right now, Twilio, in money a couple of bucks. That's our big winner to the short side.
Yeah, good win there on Twilio for sure. But yeah, I'm going to be relatively honest. I'm just going to be talking to you guys on the chat and doing our best we can here. Yeah, I see all the private training requests. Look, I mean, that's not right there. What you can do, though, is hit the subscribe button for now. Smash that. You'll get some more fruit salads coming. We'll be hitting that. The winners are there today. I have no loss from my top right now. So it's been a big day today as I just sit here in a 70-cent winner on Space and wait to see what the next frontier is there. I hope you guys caught that. What's up, Brendan?
Enbridge, guys, here in Toronto, earnings name as well. We were talking about it a little bit earlier this morning. Energy name still really strong, 5% here. Enbridge reported beat across the board. So just looking at this, last little pivot here at 45.40. Nice little support area coming back into play here on Enbridge, guys.
Hit the fireworks for Enbridge, guys. Wow.
Big mover, big mover.
Yeah.
I mean, Toronto, like I said, we don't always trade it, but there's lots of movers. I know Suncor making some moves, Enbridge as well. So if you're looking at that energy space, I know I've kind of neglected it today. One of the stocks that usually I would be on is something like an Oxy, but I think today you're certainly going to want to look at something like an XOM. I don't know what's wrong with my quote board. Let's make a quick little move here to see if it does correct itself, and I can find XOM on it here at the bottom. It is up, not nearly as much as you might have expected given some of the strength, but oddly enough, there was a level that we used before. It was 45. It's based off of 44.50 here, made a bit of a double bottom. This could be a potential trade where you might be looking for a breakout in the afternoon. But again, in a sleepy market like we're seeing today, you're likely to see me stick to some of the names that are in play. Your Beyond Meat, which I'm in, our Twilio, which we're in as well, and then of course at GNUS, and then Teva, which we're working to the downside. And this was on my list this morning in Teva, and I missed the opportunity of the opening flush, and I talked about it back at 12 even when it retested. But just because you miss those, you don't miss the break of the low of the day at 11.50. You jump in, you take that trade, you sort of lick your wounds, grab the 10 cent here, and see if we can't continue the slide. It was up 10%. It's now up 9%. Why? Because it's going down, and we got this one short, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And wow, look at space. Still going upside here. This is the only trade we have on. This is a 75 cent winner on a 19 cent name, $19 name as we go. Join me on Twitter as well. If you do have that, I think it's 12 or 1,300 followers. So that's growing as well. So find me over there on Twitter if you need to get a hold of me. You can DM me. I answered a bunch of questions yesterday from some of our viewers that messaged me on Twitter. That's the best way to get a hold of me as well. Well, look at space. Still going 10% today. Let's check back in our square position. Yeah, we did dump that at 75.50, so that's a $5.50 winner. It's now making new highs. You can see the futures rocking and rolling, so that's something that we're gonna have to watch out for. The other trade that I had on earlier was Roku. This is earlier on in the day. Okay, good outs on this one, guys. 131 in, out right here, 132.50, and then in, and this is another in. This is another out. Sorry, so that's another $2 there. And then this one breaking the day's high at that time. This is 9.44. This is kind of some of the stuff that I'm posting on my Twitter account. So hopefully you guys can join me there, and we'll look over some charts and go over that as well as we continue to go, man. The market rocking and rolling. And the reason why I hit the fireworks, and again, I'm not a CFA, I don't have anything like that, but my largest Toronto position in my own holdings is Enbridge as well. So high five to that one, although I do not like the pipeline or the oil space really. So maybe I should get out of some of that today.
Yeah, yuck. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that space in Canada at all. But you know what? We like Beyond Meat a little bit, and you get a pullback, you get a move down to 3.7% here. Of course, you do see it was an 11 cent drop off of the open, or so $11 drop off the open. It's now making that base out. That's why you give a trade in VWAP some room here. Ultimately, you don't want it to sit here and consolidate in a stock that can move $5, and you're taking it off because it moved 50, 60 cents. So we've been sitting in this one for a while. Like I said, if it gets to that 122.70, that's a breakout long trade in Beyond Meat. If it gets out in front of it, we'll take $1.50 in front, grab that, use that profit to our advantage on a breakout through that 122.70 price. I cautioned you guys to wait for the breakout through there as opposed to 122. This retest down here of 120 was exactly the reason why we did that. So now we're working in the money in Beyond Meat, trying to break out of this sleepy range. As you said, Sean, the future's trying to slide upside. That'll help me out a ton here with our Beyond Meat long. We got some small cap short and Beyond Meat to the upside.
Yeah, this has been a monster day here. And now, guys, SpaceX just giving the monsters, giving it up again. Now big win on Space, going to $1 now. That's square. What am I talking about? Here's Space, $1 now in the money. We're still long here, 19.50, guys. Giddy up. Let's get going. This stock market is nuts. Your boy has it. We're going crazy today. No losers at all. We will review I can't keep putting up the scoreboard. You guys can see that at the bottom. It's just been a monster day. Thank you for joining us. We love putting on the show for you. More to come. And yeah, we're going to be exhausted by the time this one's over. Only 170 fills for yours truly. So maybe we get a few more going on here, but big day today. Needless to say, $1 in the money right now on Space. It's my only trade. I talked to you guys that we would calm that down, and I'll attend to the chat a bit more, but good day so far today. Thank you so much. We just got to find some more names that are moving around here as the market gets to day's high, it looks like.
Yeah, I got 5 positions on, to be honest with you, so I'll throw the position board up so you guys can see what it is we're working with right now, with the exception of Teva, which is flat. We did take some profit off when it got down below 1140. 48 was our short there on the way down. Twilio still short at 167. That's still in the money. We've already taken profit on half, so I can move my stop to break even, and that'll be a positive trade no matter what. We're short in GNUS still at 82. That's deep in the money as well, of course. And then IZEA, we're short at 57, looking for a big flush there. Beyond Meat's now back in the money long, 120, 125. My lonely long in Beyond meat today. Everything else has been short, for the most part, and working out. But Brennan, what do you got, bud?
Just looking at a little construction company here. Tudor Perini Corporation was halted early on, but just got a volume alert there as we broke above 750. Consolidating just below 8 here. Yeah, that was a request for information on TPC here in New York, but still up 30%, guys.
Okay,
right,
definitely worth a look there. I just added that one to my quote board. Again, at this time of day, it's not that I'm necessarily going to jump into a new stock. I probably am going to try to avoid doing too much of that, but you want to make sure it's on your radar. There's still an entire half day worth looking at in the markets. We're not dead just yet. Certainly you want to make sure you have some plays. If it's going to be in the afternoon, if it's going to be near the close, who cares? I know I'm going to be involved in these names for the rest of the day, especially that GenUS if it makes a secondary push in either direction. mRNA continues its slide. I would just alert here and watch out. 52.50 looks like a potential break to the upside. It's finally putting in some higher lows after bottoming at 51 even. So watch mRNA here. 52.50 break long stop. Take a buck off at VWAP. Maybe ride it a little bit higher if you can. But it's 11:35, and that means the European close. Let's go to the big screen with Valeria.
Thank you, Neil, and hey guys, welcome to European Update. But first of all, I would like to shout out to our viewer T. White for sending us this super chat. Thank you very much for your support. And guys, if you don't know what Super Chat is, let me tell you, you can find a $sign button down below the screen. And it's a new YouTube feature which allows viewers to pay in order for their comment, question, or GIF, in this case, to pin. So it will be available for view for a longer time. And for example, if you really want your question to be seen and answered by traders, you also can use Super Chat. But we'll appreciate all of your support, all of your likes, and all of your subscriptions. Well, Europe is closed in positive territory today. Let me update you on the numbers. Britain is up 1.37%. Germany is up 1.24%. France is up 1.41%. Spain is up 0.85%, and Italy is up 0.23%. Nice day for Europe, and I'll update you with Europe tomorrow. Back to traders.
You know what, Valeria, you have not a bad idea there. Maybe we should do the super chat for the questions. Might be a good one. Space, okay, all the way out now. Space, we just took it out on that little drop. It wasn't a keystroke, but we do get out wick there at that 2030. I thought I was going to use that little top wick there as an out, so we do get out of that one. But here we go, guys. This is my trading all summed up here. Square, we took out $8 today. Piton, we took out $5. This is all the names I've traded today, but we have 177 fills. Roku here, $4, Tesla, $4, and Space to conclude it, $1.65. So here comes the cash register, and there it is. You don't have to wait for your government checks. You just need to trade with us here on Trader TV Live. You can see mine and Neil's scoreboard at the bottom as the day go, guys. Big time trading. Thanks for being part of the show, guys. Brett,
what do you got, Brennan?
FTNT, guys, I just came back to this thing, and man, what a chart. Look at this, 20.5% for Fortinet. We were talking about it way back here around this 128. It's now at 134 in a straight line. Wow, FTNT, guys, that was earnings too.
Just got into that mRNA Moderna. I just sort of hollered this one out to you guys at 52.50, slid this one in, and we talked about it putting in a higher low. It finally did after sliding back down all morning. They had positive news. You did see some profit taking, obviously, within the market. Now you get this nice little retrace, hopefully into VWAP here, which can afford us about $1 win without even needing it to break. So you patiently look for the setup. You don't have to guess at a bottom. You wait for it to be put in. I jump into the long side trade here. So finally, we got along on. In addition to that, Beyond Meat in the money, we got Moderna in the money as well. So we'll continue with those two. Break-even stop on Twilio could get hit to the second half where you look for the home run. This is why you take profit on something like a Twilio to make sure you catch some of it here. Ignore this wick. It did not trade to 169. It has not broken that 167 mark. My stop previously was 168. After taking some profit on the way down and it failing to get past this 164 point, I slide my stop to break even. It doesn't want to seem to sustain this move. Putting in this double bottom here higher, you don't want to throw away this money that you've made when the trend has not broken yet. A break of that, move to VWAP, that's a trend break. Then you hang on for the home run. Otherwise, put in the break even, and then you're going to be good to go on that one there. MRNA, if you're asking about that stop, a lot of times, one of the things you might want to be doing here is just simply look at what that previous low was. So you see it make a bit of a bottom here at 51.80. That's reasonable. Usually I like to see it tested. So on a stock like this, which might have a few pennies of a spread, 2, 3, 5 at times, you'll drop down 10 cents from there and then throw your stop in. So like 51.70 is reasonable to me.
A home run on Twilio would definitely mean you need a break here of 164, and then probably on a $100 name with a 36% move, you could get retracements, guys, all the way back into this level. This is where I look, 162 or so. So I think if you're short Twilio now, you probably want a $4 or $5 winner. I think that's pretty good. And then, Neil mentioned that wick there, not real, also happening on my charts as we trade on the same platform. So that's one to look at as well. I'm going to be looking at Apple when we get back. But what's up, Brendan?
We were talking about this one earlier in the week, guys. Skyworks, in one of the semis here, back at 107. It's come up here numerous times and been rejected. Really, really tight consolidation here. One of those ones you can have a look at on either side if we do break above or below. Yesterday, we closed all the way down here around 105.75, so a little bit of room to go to the downside for SWKS. Guys.
303.36. I told you guys we'd look at Apple here. 303.36. I mean, it's not, darn it. I sort of wish with this market now fading back in a little bit. This is that key level, 28.80. I've talked about 28.80 until my face is blue. Today it's not super key at all, but we did bounce around 28.80 now. And if we do break down below that, I guess we got to get below 28.79 on the S&P 500 before I do anything with Apple. So 28.79, if we can crack that, it's only 4 handles away. So that is possible. But then I need this to break on Apple, 303. So we're still a little bit of ways on that one. We haven't traded my number one stock maybe of all time here, Microsoft, yet today. And again, not really doing too much. You do have VWAP up here at 183.69. Look, it's not hammer time for me at all right now. It's been a fantastic day. Thank you, Kevin. Congratulated me privately as well on chat. So Kevin, I hope you're having a big day as well. And not often do you basically go perfect. Not basically, we are 100% perfect today. No negative stocks on the board. So there's Ryu. I challenge anybody to Street Fighter as well if you're here in Toronto. I just got to find a place that has one of those old machines that we can play
I'm sure
on.
Somebody's got them somewhere, to be realistic.
I'm going to deal with somebody if they come over here.
I'd like to see that. That would be interesting. We have a friend who's pretty good at both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Let's see. I don't know how you do against him, but he's a good player. Teva, guys, going to continue to work out of this one in front of that 11.35 mark and then hang on for a further flush. It just keeps testing this range, 11.50, 11.35 now twice. So you want to make sure you're taking some profit out of that one. Twilio trying to roll over again as well. So that's still in the money, and also that Beyond Meat to the upside that we're working with. So we did add Moderna to the game as well, but I think the real key here is going to be, slowing down, making sure you have your stops ready to go. There's only about 20 minutes in the show, but until that lunchtime hour, and I have 5 positions on here. Nothing moving too crazy outside of their ranges, at least for the time being. But a couple of these names here you want to watch out for, and one of them is, of course, that Twilio. As it sits in this channel, I am short looking for it to break down, maybe take out VWAP and then flush further. But the reason I got that break-even stop is the fact that it puts in this double bottom. It's held. It hasn't even retraced into VWAP. If this takes the top off and you're short, what are you thinking? They're panicking at that point. You could have a secondary move to the upside. This is one of the reasons why you want to make sure you have that stop, not get greedy. You've already had a bit of a win on the short trade. If it doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to go. But that could mean some ugly things for anyone that does hang on to their shorts, and usually you take advantage of that by going long. On the flip side of that, you get Beyond Meat. Right here, we do have a bit of a long bounce trade, holding a little bit higher and wanting to break out through that 122.70. So on the flip side here, we're in the right direction of that possible parabolic move. That's why I'm in the long and like the breakout add at 122.70. So in this case, we're going to be jumping into shares at 122.70 in addition to taking the scalp. So we're playing it both ways, long side and Beyond Meat. We're going only short and then looking for a reversal at the high of the day on a Twilio. Lots of ways you can make money in this market. We love to break these down for you. It's a lot of fun to do. Hopefully you got some of these trades. Beyond Meat, now almost $1 in the money. This looks like it's going to go. We just took it off. We'll disco ball it. There's the $1.50. Now here comes the break, hopefully at 122.70 for the secondary push, or we'll just get more long back at VWAP, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Holler at that Beyond Meat trade, guys. I'm just tweeting stuff out and just looking at some things here. There's Microsoft with a nice little VWAP break. Normally, guys, that would be a great little thing to hit. Wow, look at the ES, guys, bouncing off again. I don't trade the futures, but there's that call off. 28.80 once again, guys. If you had that, we talked about that being some support down here. Bang to the upside, 1.9% here. More as we go. I feel bad now. Let's check out on Space what that's doing. Okay, not bad. I only gave up 20%, 20 cents on that one. Square now back to 76, so that's a good one. Let's check out our boy Tesla. I wonder if Sanjeev and you guys on the chat there were able to cash in on this VWAP. We did talk about it. I didn't like it in case this happened, but now I'm noticing that even though the futures are running, Tesla doesn't seem to want to. So I picked up some of these at 400 in my own account. Today may be a good day to drop it. Not really running with the futures. Maybe switch into something else. Apple there, I gave you that. I did not like this break until 303. I should have just been looking long because once again, breaking through VWAP, another home run there. But it's been home run central. Follow me on Twitter. I just saw I got a bunch more followers there. So hit the subscribe, hit the like. We'll be back. I'm back every single day, guys, with Valeria, Neil, Brendan, and then soon to be, hopefully, some of our traders back on the floor. And we'll give a shout out to Gus if you're watching. We'll get great to have Kevin and Adam back as well. We have about 20 or so traders on our floor. And to say they're missing out on some opportunities here is a misspoken statement because the market is on fire. Valeria or Brendan, whichever one, let's go.
National Vision here, guys. Mentioned this one a little bit earlier. Just popped up above this consolidation and failed, so back down. This is another earnings play, so we gapped down on earnings, got flushed all the way down to 19, and it's just been grinding back up ever since. So let's see what happens here. Back in this consolidation for National Vision, EYE, guys.
Just getting back to one last position, we do have Moderna, of course, as well to the long side. Break-even stop on that last position in Twilio. Watch out for that 170 break, a high of the day. 169.69 is a technical high. I am in the money here, and I'm going to talk about that as at EA. Yeah, 57.5, and yeah, it's at 54. The whole time, we've been looking for this move down to this higher low. Pre-market, it did make a move to 44, but this is what we're talking about, 52. I want to have some on in case it flushes through this price. If it breaks 52, you're looking for it to go down to that 44, 45. Again, this is the type of trade you might have to hang on to for the entire afternoon to see your wishes fulfilled for the second half. You scalp them off. Now you're playing with house money. You've got your stop locked and loaded. You just sort of put that in your back pocket and walk away from it. Now, Beyond Meat, I talked about why you want to get out in front of a breakout level. 122.70 was our mark. We got out just in front of that for that nice little $1.50 win. Now we can wait patiently for it to pull back into VWAP, maybe give you some 121s again. Maybe it'll give you the breakout here right away at 122.70. I like to play both ends of both sides of the coin here if I can. Let's see this break here. Beyond Meat looking like it really wants to go. The market just took out the top. Beyond Meat just triggered me into the long. I'd love to also reload this one in VWAP, but Beyond Meat, gift that keeps on giving. I waited out when it's going down, patiently look for our long trade and our long setup, and now we got it, guys. Long Beyond Meat a second time here.
Yeah, good. Beyond Meat, nice little banger there for sure. Good trading on Beyond Meat for sure. We're going to be flat myself, but we do have a short selling. Thanks for all the love, guys, on the chat as well about our videos. And that's what we're trying to do. I don't like the term newbie trader, but we are trying to turn some of you guys into a little more experienced and sharing with you our experiences as well in some of these videos. So definitely check those out. Valeria will be dropping the link very shortly to our brand new video. Our site is Market Wisdom. We already have the VWAP video out there. Today's going to be short selling. You see Neil and I always using VWAP. So a big little note there, like including this little break. So if you do want to find out how we use it and why, go there now. But Valeria, what you got for us? Brendan, what's up?
Just going to mention Gilead here. Threw a story out there, guys, for Gilead. They came out and said they're continuing to work with authorities when it comes to remdesivir and getting it out to as many healthcare systems as possible. Just popped up here to, I was almost 78, 75. Came right back down, though. Looks like 78 might be a level for Gilead. But yeah, can't say it enough. Go over to Market Wisdom coming up in about 5 minutes. Valeria's going to have the link to our new short selling video. It's going to tell you all about short selling, everything you need to know. We had had the VWAP video first. We asked you guys to let us know what you wanted to see more of, and this was one of those suggestions. So short selling video coming up here in about 5 minutes. Let's go to Valeria.
Yes, thank you, Brenton. You're absolutely right. And guys, I hope you're excited because I will send you a short selling educational video link just in a few minutes. Click on the link and watch it. Write on the comments what do you think, if it's helpful. Will you short sell now? Did you short sell before? And of course, what would you like to make us next? Subscribe to our educational channel. We'll be posting videos constantly. Videos about how to buy the dip, about support and resistance, the best strategies for traders, and many more. We hear your feedback and we will be working on that to make videos to make your trades more successful, and so you become better traders. And of course, guys, subscribe to this channel. We reached today 13,000 of subscribers, and Neil prefers to say that our next goal is 30,000 subscribers, but I say that our goal is 1 million of subscribers. So guys, subscribe and share the link with your friends. Back to guys, I'll see you later.
Find the fireworks.
The best part about positive progress is you got to hit all those milestones. So we'll hit 10, we'll hit 20, we'll hit 30, we'll hit 1 million. That's definitely the goal. I hope you guys are enjoying along here. I did see a question about a target in Beyond Meat. Sure enough, I mentioned it a couple of times here, but let's say it again. I look at this pre-market action, and there was a nice breakout through about 125.80. You then did have, before market open, a 125 sort of floor-ish range. That's where I'd like to see this move go to on Beyond Meat. Sure, it has room to 128 as well, but if I don't pick up any kind of a nice little bounce, I like to see extended moves potentially when you've shaken out some of the longs, and a bounce down here at 121 might actually do that. So in some ways that could be better for a bigger move. Otherwise you might see some resistance at that 125 mark. So that's a play here for me in Beyond Meat. Other than that, we have the mRNA, which is still hanging around that 52.50 mark, not really moving a heck of a lot. And then it's just IZEA, which we've been in, continuing to slide down to the bottom, but watch out for the break here at 53, and then at 52 we'll look to load up in that one if it does break either of those prices. Less than 10 minutes to go here, guys. If you have questions, we only got 9 minutes left to get them to us here. Of course, we are on Twitter, and like Sean said, you can ask questions there. We do post and respond. I know I've been talking to Modern, one of our good friends and regulars on the show on a regular basis there. One name that we really need to talk about because it's looking like it's gearing up for a downside play is Etsy. I was hoping that there'd be a big time massive fallout there and we get a break of like 72. I think the floodgates would have opened up if it broke that price. But there could be a short forming right now. 75 looks like a bit of a level for me, but you do see this consolidation that it just broke. Let's zoom in here a little bit. At 76, it had a failed breakout through 76.60, which we thought could get it some juice to the upside. Has not happened. At this point, anyone that tried this long has got to be thinking to themselves, if it breaks this 75, I got to be out of here. So you can take that trade, use VWAP as your out. At that point, maybe we get the flush in the afternoon on Etsy that I was hoping would have happened in the morning. Now again, if you were stocking this one, you could have had the short off the pop. I was hoping it would go directly down. That wasn't the case. Finally looks like it's setting up for the short I've been waiting for in Etsy.
Etsy, yeah, good short there. We ignored that one today, but yeah, I'm going to go back and just look at Tesla here. Shout out to anybody else again trading this name. This is my least profitable name. I just tweeted out the scoreboard for today. You can see our scoreboard at the bottom. I never look at the feed, so but I know it's there. Another bounce off VWAP once again. So yeah, head over to our Market Wisdom page and check out what is VWAP, because right here you are getting another bounce off of that on Tesla. So guys, just keep reloading Tesla here. 783. You can have an out up here, 786. So if you want to play with the big boys, Tesla might be one to try today at least. It's in a strange range because it's in like a $7-8 range. That's why we celebrated when we took an $8 winner. I mean, the range so far since basically 10 o'clock has been like $8. So we basically take front, top to bottom here on Tesla. That's a banger. I hope you guys had that as well. But Brendan, what's up?
We're just mentioning Spirit. Yeah, it just popped up on a volume scanner here as well as we're breaking above this 1010 level. It was resistance a couple of times, finally above. So yeah, buyers coming in here on save. Nice look. Earnings obviously bad. It's an airline, but trying to make a little bit of a move back higher, guys.
You know, we were just talking about that in the chat. I believe it was Daryl there sort of asking about that trade. Fantastic look there. I see you got 10-13. Spirit hasn't been on our agenda today, but it's a great setup. You got that one long. It's going to be SSR for those of you that are might ridiculously want to be shorting this after this break, but short sale restricted. And do watch out. We're going to be dropping that link there. Valeria is going to be dropping the link for our short sale video. One thing we can't stress enough is make sure when you watch, whether it's our VWAP video or the short sell or anyone that comes out, drop some comments in there. What do you like about it? What don't you like? What would you like to see next? Ultimately, we're here trying to learn with you and help you guys in your trading journey. This is what it's all about, continual learning. When you are a trader, you can always get better. And we want these videos to be helpful, so let us know in the comments in the videos how we can improve on them.
I see you guys there commenting on space, and yeah, look, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I give you guys the winners, and then, you know, judge where you get out. We traded a completely scalping kind of style here, and I did get out of space, which was apparently pretty good, because when we got out, it was $20.35. That's an 85-cent winner from where we got in. It does drop to 2020, but then takes off again to the moon there, and that was a good idea that we had, breaking 1950. The best idea was 19 even. I missed that one, but you know, to the moon and beyond, I guess, here with space, but that just keeps going up. There is the drop, so there you guys go. Go have a look at that video. Maybe better once we, Gilead announces approval for remdesivir in Japan, so let's go over there and have a quick look at that one, what's going on with Gilead right now, and no, not .ny, come on, .nq. Just need to wait for this chart to load up, and nothing really happening. That news came at 11:50 there, so yeah, not much happening on that one, but good to hear that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can finally get over this hump with the coronavirus and get back to living normal lives on this one in remdesivir. I think Gilead might be worth a flyer if you guys are trading options for the next couple months on Gilead. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that spike retraced rather rapidly on Gilead, but it is now positive on the day after sort of languishing in negative territory. But the market is moving to the upside, guys. Just have some long positions on for the time being. I did mention the one short that we're looking for is going to be in Etsy, but with this strong move up, that might put us thwart in that plans. You are waiting for a 75 break. I'm not just going to randomly short it at any price. Look, at the end of the day, if it bounces up from here and we get a continual trend, you're seeing higher lows get put in, so you have to throw those plans out the window and play the price action maybe on a 77 break on an Etsy, but I do prefer the short side trade. I think there might be some better names to go long in. I want to jump over back into XOM a little bit earlier. We talked about this one. Hasn't quite gotten to that 45 mark, which I think could be a nice little break trade if we continue an upward trend here, but it is trying to bounce off of VWAP. So if you wanted to have sort of a muted trend trade, picking this one up on these dips looks like a good opportunity here on XOM around this 44.80 to 85 into that potential 45 even break with just a few minutes to go here till noon in XOM.
Yeah, guys, that's good, guys. We are, yeah, the permanent damage in this social network here that we live in is huge off this. I haven't even been able to finish my fruit salad today. It's been a busy day, but I'll do that. We only have 3 minutes to go. Check that link, guys. It's super important. Everybody asking for education. We're dropping it free. I mean, what other channel goes on the air for 3.5 hours or however long it is, 3 hours? It seems like, I don't know, sometimes it seems like an hour, sometimes it seems like 5. But who else does this for free for you guys? You've already seen the scoreboard today. I'll throw it up again for you right now. This is all the trades I've made today. No negative symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symbols today. I stayed away from some of those lower ones. We're just staying with the big boys here today. Normally there's an Apple. Normally there's a softie there as well. But these are all high option stocks as well. I've tweeted it out. Join me on Twitter, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, and I've already got a few direct messages, so I'll answer those as we go. But thank you so much, guys, for what is again another successful day. Hit the like. Thank you, Levi, right there. So we punched that out. Levi with the quick little super chat there. Thank you so much. What up, Brandon?
BioNTech, guys. David was asking in the chat there. BNTX. Remember, this was the name that was teaming up with Pfizer to also produce a COVID vaccine. So obviously, remdesivir news, Gilead news. So Pfizer and BNTX going to be in play because of that as well. So yeah, a little bit of a downtick there on that news for BNTX. Still up though, 2 and change % on the day. Let's, guys, have a look at what is coming up after markets today and before the open tomorrow as far as earnings reports. Still, yeah, a lot to get through here. Tomorrow should be an exciting one as well, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an interesting week. Monsterbooking.com. You can look at Motorola. I think we haven't been trading some of the smaller names in some of the tech space, certainly because it's just about making sure you stick with what is in play. I mean, there's no way you can get around it when the bigger names have big-time volatile moves. So I'm not going to pick anything out that's going to stand out. You just saw what happened in names like Etsy and beyond the last few days, and you look at Square as well, and then PayPal's been a big one. You get the volatility come in, and then you add it to your watch list. So for me, it's more about doing the prep work in the morning and picking out the winners and the big time movers, as opposed to anticipating and guessing what it's going to be so much. I don't know if that's the way to go in these markets. Just gonna let you guys know, mRNA finally sliding to the upside. Let's look for that 53 even to break, and then hopefully we'll get that $1.50 that we've been talking about to the long side. Beyond Meat still staying in that channel. You need that break to sustain. Again, our target's 125, so it can move 50 cents here, it can move $1 there. That's not going to matter too much. You're looking for a little bit more bigger move than that here. Sean, anything pique your interest on that earnings chart?
Not overly, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so, man. It was kind of a sleepy one here. We've obviously had a big one today when it comes to earnings. It's not going to be that all the time, so stick to what is working for you guys. Make sure you check out that short sell video that is going to drop in, when it has dropped in right when we leave the show. Check it out. Fire some comments, tell us what you like about it, tell us what we can improve, tell us what you want to see next, and drop that in the comment section. It is 12 o'clock here, but I don't know that there is a special day today because I haven't heard it, so let's see if we can't go to... Whoa, I saw something drop there, but Valeria, what day is it? Let us know.
Hey guys, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today. We reached our record number of likes, more than 500. Thank you very much. Also, we reached 13,000 of subscribers on this channel, and also we launched our new video where we explained what short selling is. Guys, I will be spamming with the link. Hit that and write in the comments your feedback. We really want to hear from you because all what we do it for you. And of course, guys, subscribe for our educational channel. We'll be posting videos constantly. And today is the National Roast Leg of Lamb Day. Looks so tasty, guys. Do you like lamb?
Everybody likes lamb.
At Matt, at David P there. Thank you so much.
David.
Fruit salad. We'll do that on you there. Thank you so much, David P. Look, it's been a fantastic day. We love rack of lamb. Obviously, being Italian as well, you can't ignore the meat. So that's been absolutely fantastic. I don't know. I haven't had lamb in a while, but I do like it. I prefer, those of you that are watching on Twitter there, had some nice ribeyes over the weekend, and then my wife yesterday and my 5-year-old crushed it with fresh pasta and meatballs. So check out my Twitter feed for that as well. But look, guys, it's been a fantastic day. I'm just stone cold chilling right now. Lots of profits. Hey, now we're on this camera. Lots of profits. Thank you to our production team. Thank you so much there for all the super chats, especially that last one there for 20 from you, David P. Means a lot to us to support the channel. We're working hard for you guys. We're going to be back here tomorrow. The earnings board wasn't super exciting, but you know what? We trade price action. I may still trade Square, Peloton, all those guys tomorrow. So I'll be back here in this seat, God willing, and I'll check you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And there goes Moderna finally making its move to the upside. So we'll hang into that one for a while. Tweet it out when we get out of there around that VWAP break. But it's been a fantastic one, as mentioned. And make sure you check out that video and like and subscribe. Comment on it because we need that feedback. We love that feedback to make it bigger and better for you. For the entire team here, Valeria doing a fantastic job, as always, on the chat. And, of course, John Catino over there finally finishing off his fruit salad. I do think a little bit there. I see just a few pieces there. You'll get that done before lunch. And, of course, Brendan Wickens doing a great job, as always, at the desk. And he never wants to give a wave. He always pretends like he doesn't know I'm doing it. Then he gives a little wave with the head nod there. And, as always, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live, and we will see you tomorrow.